Welcome to the party, pal. Today, watch me giggle to death as I subject, who used to be my friends, to two of the worst movies I could have ever possibly found on Tubi. This is not sponsored by Tubi, but thank you, Tubi, for allowing me to torture people with some of the most painful things ever made. Today, specifically, because it's Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, Episode 4. Holy shit, let's get it on.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
Joining me in the Thunderdome is someone, he's a guest, so I'm going to bring him on first, because he's not part of the original panel, and he's technically now subbing for somebody. Let me bring in the one, the only, the guy who knows way too much about cartoons, TC.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. I've been better.
Good.
I had to watch these movies.
Yes, well, I guess that's true. Thank you for hopping in here. I appreciate you. I wanted you to be on the panel, but obviously your work schedule is difficult.
Yeah, I know.
But we will be doing the full moon one, so yeah. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to have you on that panel. All right. Let's. I'm trying to find the best way to introduce my next guest because there's so much I could say. He loves weird teeth and he hates children. Everybody, Bullet Blake.
What's
How
up,
you doing,
guys?
Blake?
I'm doing great.
Have you stolen any candy recently from children?
Oh shit.
Okay, I guess that's a no. But he will eventually. When we're done here, he's gonna go out. He's gonna go attack a preschool or something. Whatever preschool is in session on a Sunday in the evening. All right. Let me go with somebody I haven't talked to in a while. You know him, you love him. He's usually drunk in Vegas. Notorious OGP.
What up? That is correct. That's all you need to know about me. I'm drunk in Vegas. That's it. Perfect intro. Thank you very much. How you doing, MC? Good to see you again. It's been a while. Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. I gotta jump on one of your Mondays, man. It's been a bit.
Yeah, that would be cool. It's been chaotic, and so like last week I didn't even have guests, and it's just been so much going on with all these conventions and everything lately. But yeah, definitely would love to get you back on and chat it up. That'd be a lot of fun. Yep.
Let's do it. All right. Introducing the one, the only, the man who is the only one who has a green screen behind him, but doesn't use it. Mr. Tony of the Dead.
I could use it. I could use it.
Use it. Put something fun back there for us.
I will.
All right. And while he figures that out, last but certainly not least, the monk with the junk in the trunk.
Ooh.
Brother Chaos.
Hey, everybody.
What up, BC?
Today, actually, my mom was going to celebrate my dad's birthday on Saturday, but she celebrated it today, so I got home not too long ago. And I was going to stop.
Anything else, Tony?
Arby's.
Anything else?
I was going to stop at my local Arby's to get a cup with soda in it, but
So
I didn't have time.
Oh,
to get in time, charge my phone. But hopefully, next live stream, I'll have the cup here.
Yeah. Is that some? Should we all put Arby's cups in our background? Is that what we're doing here now?
That would be cool.
Okay.
OGP. I'm gonna get one. Yeah.
That's great. Hopefully you can make
Tony,
that happen.
I like.
Well, I mean, you're starting the trend here, MC. You know, you're the one rocking the Arby's cup over there.
I am. Well, it's in honor of BC. That's why that's back there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's because last time I was visiting MC, I had a cup for a lot of the reviews because we stopped at an Arby's and I had some delicious sandwiches.
Yeah, very good sandwiches. Very good sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good sandwiches. Okay, bottom of the barrel. Oh my God. Okay, so well, first let me tell you what I'm drinking to celebrate this. I got
Celebrate.
Diaginjo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Look at this beautiful sake bottle, nicely chilled. You see that?
Is that Korean?
No, it's Japanese.
Is it from Seoul?
No, I wanted nothing to do with Korea. after that movie. This is not condensation. This is the tears of my friends that from watching those damn movies. So I'm looking forward to enjoying that while you guys suffer along. Now here's what I did. Obviously, we had to pick the bottom of the barrel. I've seen a lot of garbage, and I wanted something that was really going to hurt. You know, and it's it's one of those things where you never know what you're gonna pick, if someone's really gonna like it or not. Weirder things have happened. I'm actually loading a thing right now that I forgot to grab. Weirder things have happened in terms of people liking bizarre crap. But I wanted to find two movies that were absolute disasters and on every level. There's nothing good about them. And when I picked these two films, I heard this in my head.
You have chosen wisely.
Took me like 2 hours to find that clip, so I'm happy I was able to grab it. Okay, what are the movies? Well, the movies are awful, and the Korean from Seoul. I take it back. The Korean from Seoul, which is indescribable, and I'll give you my version of an outline before we get into the reviews. And Bigfoot versus Megalodon. Now, I don't know where exactly to start, so I have a prize wheel to lead the way. But before we pick a movie to focus on, I'm going to go round table real quick and just take the temperature of the room, how everybody felt when I announced the titles, and if the titles maybe met their expectations or completely demolished them. I'll start with BC.
Well, when you announced them, I'd never heard of these movies before. I thought that the Bigfoot versus Megalodon was gonna be more your traditional kind of like what do you call those, cryptozoology kind of movies and stuff like that with a Bigfoot. But it turns out to be I'll keep it brief because I know you're gonna describe the movies. It turned out to be a futuristic kind of science fiction thing, which I didn't expect, and that's what I wanted to say about that one until we get it moving. Now, the Korean from Seoul, I knew it was a drama, and I knew it was a bad drama because if not, you wouldn't have picked it.
Yes.
But, oh my God, it's one of the worst, if not the worst movie I have ever seen on so many different levels. As I'm sure all of us are gonna jump in and say our experiences, how we felt watching the movie, and our bottom line. But I was thinking of movies to watch right now. I think MC is gonna win the trophy because the movies I have picked are not as bad. You know what?
Thank you.
I cannot find a movie as bad as that one, but it has so many things about it that I hate. So
I don't want anybody to try to find anything worse.
it has so many
Wait till round
things
two.
about it that I hate.
My heart.
So, I'll say this quickly. I don't know if Mr. Tony of the Dead is too humble to say this, but he powered. Am I correct? You powered through both of these movies in one sitting.
Yeah.
Ooh, bravo. Yeah,
bravo,
that is.
man.
I think I only paused it maybe once each movie to go to the bathroom, but the other pauses were all the ads from Tubi.
I would have been.
Man.
Wow.
And I'm like, just do it. Just go through it. Just go ahead.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, those are my initial statements. Okay.
Gotcha.
MC, who's next?
Actually, Mel is next. Mel is sick at home. Unfortunately, she's not joining the panel today, but she's chiming in from home. And she wanted to tell us the announcement of the titles was the single worst thing I have ever had to endure, and that's just the announcements apparently. She sent in her reviews, and I'll read them when the time comes. And if she's in the chat, she will chime in with her pain because I like pain. Tony, tell me, were you in pain?
Well, let me tell you, you guys found out about these movies way later than I did. I only knew about one. He changed the other one, which I don't know which one would have been better to change, to be honest. But I didn't watch no trailers or anything. I saw his first pick was Korean from Seoul, and I was like, just to cover alone, I'm like, oh my God, what is this? This is garbage. Which he's cheating, by the way, because it's not horror. just horrible.
We never said it was just horror, though. That was not in the bylaws.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, I powered through them, and I'm glad I don't ever have to talk about them again after today. That's all I can say.
Copy that.
And I actually I didn't finish my written review for Bigfoot vs. Megalodon, but I do have one for The Cream from Seoul.
Nice. For that book you're writing all about the making of
The Cream from
the Korean
Seoul.
from Seoul.
A misunderstood musician.
Yeah. Oh man, and then it comes with a free box of cereal. Well, we'll talk about that later. OGP, why don't you tell us your initial reactions to the titles and if they met your expectations?
So I had never heard of them before, which I think 99% of the planet, maybe a higher percentage of that, had never heard of them. And I was scared because of your excitement and giddiness as you announced them. But I'll tell you this, one of them had me like physically angry, ready to start punching holes in walls. And
Good.
The other one had a quite I had an interesting reaction to the other, and maybe I'll just leave it at that until we get into them, so I don't spoil any of my thoughts here.
Got it. Blake, reaction and how did you feel when you had to endure this thing?
Well, first, I don't think any of us knew the Korean from Seoul ever, because no one should have to be subjected to that. And the other one I had heard of, but I had like zero interest in watching. So thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Trust me, you're welcome. My pleasure. Tracker Chaos, I selected you as our first special guest.
Yeah,
So I think when I told you, hey, you're on the panel, I think you sent me a gif of somebody giving me the middle finger.
No, that's after I found out the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, nice time to invite me on after these two travesties, right?
So were you pretty much certain that they were going to be garbage?
Well, I used to like you. No, those were horrible. I didn't watch them both back to back like Tony did. I watched them, from beginning to end in 2 separate days because I had to take a break. But those were horrible choices. Oh my God, you've seen a lot of crap. You said you were right, but this is beyond that.
Even for me,
For you?
I'm like.
I would say even for BC.
Yeah. I mean, if you break BC,
you've gone.
You never go back.
Yeah, I texted.
You can't go back.
I texted MC, like you said. I go, man, you went too far this time.
I love hearing that. It makes me so happy.
Hey, can I jump in for just a second? Andy in the comments said the Korean from Seoul has a 6.4 on IMDb. I did because I was very curious about that movie in particular. It does have a 6.4 on IMDb, but that's because there's only 11 ratings. So that's probably from the director, the actor, like all the actors. That's just them. And they couldn't even give themselves a good score. So understand that 6.4 holds no water at all.
Yeah.
No, and there's only one written review on IMDb. So there you go. And it's probably somebody who worked on it. You're muted, Tony. Is he having a heart attack? There he is. Okay, you okay?
Yeah. I said when I went on there, it was a 7, and then I gave it a 1. So
you're bringing me down.
Well, here we go. I'm
helping the world out one step at a time.
There we go.
I love it. Mel chiming in says, yes, OGP, MC's excitement was the thing of nightmares. My excitement is nightmarish? No, it's fun. It's a fun time. And honestly, when Tony suggested this thing, I'm like, the Korean from Seoul. Now I have a reason to watch this thing. So this has been on my list forever. So thanks, Tony.
God.
Thank you very much.
Oh, this Korean from Seoul was your idea, Tony?
No, the
Voyage.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Gotcha.
panel.
No,
Yeah.
I would
Gotcha,
never
okay.
suggest the Korean for Soul.
Okay. All right.
Adrian, thanks for jumping in with the Halloween humor. I love it. Before we pick our movie, I do want to mention something real quick. Everybody watching, I'm moving. I'm changing channels. Maybe by the end of the year, I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying out a new strategy, but that means I've got to start fresh from zero. Luckily, people have been jumping in, and those that knew Patreon knew first. And then I announced it on a couple of other videos. Oh, I can't do that one yet. No, we can't. Whatever, that doesn't count. Whatever was chosen. This is the new channel. It's just Mastercast without the TV. 214 subscribers already. All right, awesome. Here's what you do. If you like what I do and you want me to continue to do it, switch on over here. Once I'm able to monetize this channel, I will strictly be on this channel. But I did release 2 new videos that are only on here. I review the entire Severin catalog and the entire Vinegar Syndrome catalog with my thumbs up, thumbs down ratings on those titles. So if you're interested, Summerfest, I think, is kind of coming to an end. But if you're interested for the next time or whatever I think about everything, it's here. Do me a favor, subscribe. Then go to the playlist, and you don't even have to watch it. Just let it play out, because it's not just 1,000 subs. I need 4,000 watch hours. So help me get there. And the sooner the better we can get the party started over there. A link is in the description. I'm also dropping it right now in the live chat. Okay, let's take a breath and let's pick our first movie. It's not that one. Doesn't count.
Here we go.
All right, Korean from Seoul or Bigfoot versus Megalodon. By the way, at the end of this show, we will know who the next 2 hosts will be, because whoever wins next time, by default, the remaining person will go last. So let us close this ad and decide what we talk about. Everybody's so excited. And it'll be first choice. Whatever's chosen is what we go with.
Okay.
All right, Bigfoot versus Megalodon. Oh yeah. That coming next. At the end of the episode, we'll pick, but not right now. Now, Fluffy Gamer in the house. He wants to let us know that he likes turtles, guys.
I like turtles.
Remember that. Fluffy, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you are doing well. Vin says he just got the hookup to the new channel. All right. Alrighty, let's do it to it. Let's watch the trailer. Then I'll give you a breakdown on what I think the plot is. There's a lot going on. We'll go into it. And then we'll discuss in toto.
Hey, that isn't General Silas.
Congratulations, genius. That's very astute of you. Just like old time.
We're in this together, then.
If you like, this galaxy will rule the day it ever had known. Megalodon.
And that's literally it for the trailer.
But it still hurt to watch again. It was painful.
I forgot about that voice.
Oh, jeez.
From Megalodon.
I mean, I like the Bigfoot. Well, we'll get into it. I love the Bigfoot's like a jive talking like blaxploitation character. Like, oh yeah, let's get him.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Here is what I think the movie's about. Anyway, this is my basic plot description. Now, here's the thing. I've never thought I'd watch a movie where an alien would offer to suck Bigfoot's dick, but that's what we have. That's what we find ourselves with today.
Sure
I promise you've never seen a pair of movies like tonight's movies. Bigfoot versus Megalodon runs 1 hour and 10 minutes of pure torture. Strap in. This is the plot. Satanist Aleister Crowley and Joseph Stalin have been reincarnated as aliens and are teaming up with a Nazi-created Megalodon who's normal-sized to take on not only the universe, but Bigfoot himself in the most absurd animated film I've ever experienced. There's certainly not many animated movies where the characters talk about... Sorry. Okay, there's certainly not many animated movies where the characters talk about wiping sperm off their stomachs, but this is the one.
That's true.
It's true, 100% true. That happens in it. Join a couple of Halo characters and Bigfoot as they try to
Halo characters.
as they try to defeat the universe from a Megalodon who's stuck in a fish tank the whole movie. This is Bigfoot versus Megalodon, and it hurts. Hurts so bad. I'll start with TC. TC, you know, fuck it. We can go into spoilers too. No one's gonna watch this shit. So just get
Good call.
Just give your full-throated thoughts.
Full-throated.
Well, first of all, I think the versus Megalodon part should be taken out because there's no versus anything. That stupid shark didn't do anything. There was nothing. The Bigfoot ran around a ship, and the Megalodon stood talking in different areas, and that's it. They never fought, right? I didn't miss it, right? I didn't fall asleep or anything like that?
No.
So
No,
versus
they do.
nothing.
They
It's just
do.
Bigfoot.
You have to watch it again. There's a big super fight. It's like Lord of the Rings. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't fall off. I see your little tricks.
I mean, it's like you said. It's and then the scenes with the aliens with Crowley is the same scene on like some kind of loop. Nothing happens. It just keeps going like this, and they're praying above like corpses or something. I don't get that. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
all,
Casey,
at
we're gonna let you know how this could be bad. Stay tuned.
I took notes actually. I took notes.
So tell me, at the beginning of the movie, were you like, oh, this might be interesting, or did you instantly know this would be trash ass?
No, trash. Trash. Because I saw the Voyage you did. I had mentioned to you a while back where you mentioned that other one, the Illuminati one. And
Right.
I kind of knew what I was getting in for with this one. I thought, but oh man.
Yeah.
It's bad. Now you like animated films. You're a big animated film guy. Would you say this is like right up there with like Studio Ghibli and things like that?
Yeah, right. No. Studio Ghibli.
All right. Tomatoes, I say. But
yeah.
DC, I was thinking, man, this is like Clone Wars, but not
At all.
You know?
it's like, man, this is like, Kristen Stewart's teeth, but not, That's a real inside joke. You have to be paying attention real close to all the lives to know what that's about. TC, anything else you want to share real quick?
Yeah, I took notes. Look.
Oh,
Those are great notes. That's all you need to know.
That covers both movies. That covers both of them. So that's it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks for adding that valuable commentary. I love it.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. Blake, what do you got, man? What did you think? Bigfoot versus Megalodon.
I think I'm not gonna say this movie was totally crap because some of the dialogue actually was hilarious. Like when they like, yeah, bitch, and they're like cartoon fucking Bigfoot and little like shark, like a shark with legs, but like his tail still came out.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it felt like, what was that show that was like Halo, but it was like Red v Blue or whatever.
Red versus Blue.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it gave me like if 10-year-olds made that show, that's kind of what it gave me. But I wanted to see a fight, and there was really no fucking fight at all. It was so fucking. It was a lot of, like they said, the same scene just repeated with different
like
dialogue added over it. And like the part that really bugged me was when he was like talking to like, I want to say she was like the commander or something, and she was like standing there like in a like superhero pose.
Oh yeah.
And then it'd go away to something else, and then she'd be in a different superhero pose, but she's just standing still while she's saying everything. What the hell was that? Still, some of the dialogue made it bearable, and compared to the Korean from Seoul, it was. If you watch that one first, you're gonna appreciate this one more. So.
Yeah, I guess. I guess you could say that. Razor, that's tough. I'm gonna say this was better than Gunjasaurus Rex because nothing happens in that one. So this is actually better, surprisingly.
Also, why did it have like live action scenes like randomly inserted in it? Like, because at first I didn't realize that the whole thing was a cartoon. To be honest, I didn't even realize that at first because they had like soldiers and shit, and then they were like far off, and then they show like real water and like a helmet on a beach, and it's like all real with these cartoon stupid shit all mixed around it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, it's a wonderful film. Vince Cinephile wants to know when the Twilight Wars episode will be.
God.
Oh.
You know, we might do that. We might do a Twilight watch along.
I don't care if Blake has the trading cards. I read the books. Okay? All of them.
You got to get the trading
for
cards.
Twilight?
Yeah.
For Twilight, yeah.
I read them too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Awesome,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Twilight
You know,
trivia,
Are
BC.
you pulling my chain, or are you serious?
No, seriously.
Awesome.
Wow.
You know, I was joking around with Blake last time when we were on watching Grandpire. I said, you can get your ass kicked for that, because I've been in the horror community, like on Facebook and Instagram, and there's instant hate if you're a horror fan and you talk well of the Twilight movies. People just like stop talking to you.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't, like Blake said, right? You said you are who you are. You don't give a shit. You know, I like them, and whatever. If people don't like,
Hey,
they can go suck it.
Mel read them too.
Mel read them too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys can start a Twilight stream.
Yeah.
You might actually do really well. You know, there's a lot of people who are super into it.
Twihards.
But Twihards, is that what they're called?
I think so.
Okay, OGP. Initial thoughts: Bigfoot versus Megalodon.
Yeah, with regards to Twilight, I'm embarrassed to even say I own those movies. So no, I haven't read them. But Bigfoot versus Megalodon, actually, so what it should be, like they couldn't afford the effects for like a Bigfoot, so we actually just got like a big gorilla because he didn't look like a Bigfoot. But my problem was this was like watching wrestling nowadays, but for an hour and whatever 10 minutes where they're just talking about what they're going to do to each other and they never actually do it. It's, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But really, if we boil it down, what this was a frustrated love story where we had a really horny space woman and a guy who was like, I guess, determined not to give it up until then he found out like she was interested in a Sasquatch rather than him. And then so he finally started to get jealous. But beyond all that, the fact that, you know, like TC said, we never ever saw Bigfoot and the Megalodon square off.
Right.
We never saw that. It's like, okay, we're waiting for this fight. And the fact that we never got that just pissed me off. And, you know, just the constant back and forth. I'm going to do this and we're going to do that. And I'm going to do this. I'm like, shut up and do it. Like, oh my God. So I'd started watching, and at first I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of funny because you have, you know, these aliens who it's kind of role reversal because, you know, usually the guys are the one, you know, out trying to get tail, where this was like the female was really like trying to get in this dude's pants and he wasn't willing to give it up. And so and it kind of had that whole robot chicken kind of feel at the beginning, but it never deviated. You know, it was like all of a sudden we're going to see these little green guys, you know, and some of their like their references with those little green guys kind of piss me off too. Cause like, I just like this movie, if you're going for it and you're trying to be funny, you know, they started going political with a few different lines and, you know, and I get it. They're supposed to be like, you know, Nazis or whatever, but interjecting the religion and the politics and everything else. Just on top of everything else, I was like, all right, whatever this director's name is, fuck you. Like I am so mad at this movie. And so I had, you know, after about a half hour of it, I couldn't take it anymore. I was done. I put it on the shelf and I went back yesterday and tried to watch it. And the last 40 minutes of that movie, literally, I mean, it felt like 5 hours to get through that last 40 minutes. It was so painful. I just kudos to you for picking one hell of a shit show. Thank you very much for that, MC. Appreciate that. But that's aside from giving my rating, that's really, all I got to say about that. And then I can put those memories out of my mind, hopefully in the near future.
Well, the director's name is, and I'm pretty sure it's not his real name. It's BC14.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
So,
yeah.
Brother Chaos, did you have anything to do with this?
No. Hey, Master Chaos.
I like how serious you're. Like, but no.
Do you like it having like this? Because I like having a screen where you can see everybody's reaction. Because I'm on my phone and I can't see people's reactions.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I was trying to show off the IMDb how all the scores.
Well,
the director must have a lot of friends. I love that. Heavy fecal matter. All right, there we go. You can see better now. All right.
Yeah.
So now that we know that BC was responsible for this movie, Tony, initial thoughts for one of the greatest movies ever made.
Well, I have stuff written here, but I'll be honest, I was writing it right before the show, so I don't have it full. But here's what I have. This is definitely the video game you never knew you needed. It's basically a bunch of cutscenes thrown together to make a movie. Positives about the movie. While there's a lot of dialogue in every scene, they actually delivered it very well. The only pain was that every scene was incredibly long and really makes no sense, especially when we throw in the uncomfortable I want a baby scenes between the commander and VH, which stood for Van Helsing, by the way. VH is a clone, and in my opinion, the only likable character in the film. And I use that word likable very loosely. Did I mention it's actually 4025 and the Earth is dead? Well, now I did. Two factions have it out for each other in outer space, one being led by Megalodon, who was made by Nazis in 1945, because of course he was, right? The other being led by a commander who is incredibly horny and wants a baby. But what they don't realize is a long-thought dead enemy is back along with his buddy Satan. He sounds like a rejected Saturday morning cartoon character. And that's all I have for it written. But yeah, I actually thought the title sounds like something like the Sci-Fi Channel would show. So I thought maybe it'd be kind of fun and enjoyable. Again, didn't watch the trailer. And then you get into it. And it's like you said, Halo characters, Destiny characters. I was thinking that too. But like, it was so weird because it was so serious, like about like fighting for, we gotta make sure they don't kill everybody until like I won't, wiping your cum off my stomach. It was so weird. The Megalodon, I don't understand. He's like this powerful, like in charge, and the robot obviously has a crush on him. He's stuck in a half of water, like he's like as if he's captured a aquarium of water.
Yeah.
And then when he gets captured, he's no water. So I was like, what's the fucking point to that? Why is he in water? He's pissed off because the humans killed his planet off. So he has a legit reason for being mad. But I don't know. It's as if you should see a movie before this one to understand the past of everything. And then these aliens who sound like Transformers come out of nowhere, and then the ending. I swear to God, I must have looked away for a second, and all of a sudden, VH is dead. I'm like, what happened? And Bigfoot, of course, we're talking spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Bigfoot somehow turns on them.
His buddies. He turned on his buddies.
And
that's perfect.
You like that?
He's the voice.
Holy shit!
Yes, you can come with me, and I'll help you, huh? Like that fucking alien guy, and like he basically tells him, like, yeah, you're gonna sacrifice yourself, and I'm gonna absorb your essence, And he's like, I'm not. That's no deal for me.
I'm literally questioning, Tony, if that was your voice in this film, because you're spot on with that. You are, even the accent is spot on, like the enunciation of the words. You're like,
I had enough time cursing it while watching it, while talking like it. So There's a lot of practice. But I will say, I don't know how to animate or anything, so kudos to whoever had to do that, even though it was repeated scenes. But it was like shined up. Some of the scenes were shined up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue, while there was a lot of it, it was pretty, compared to Korean from Seoul, it was very intelligent. The movie sucked. It made no sense. I'm glad. This is one I was never going to be curious about. So thanks to Master Chaos, now I can, maybe that's what's wrong with my eyes. It's coming back to me. Like my eyes are all gunky.
It's a virus.
But it's thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
It's definitely a movie that questions friendships with whoever wants to watch it.
100%.
Oh shit! I had a feeling it was worth it. Castellad, Glorious is pretty good, and hopefully we'll have the director on soon. She's an acquaintance, and hopefully we can get her on the show. Question for BC and Bullet: what is your favorite Twilight movie?
I like them all because they're all perfect.
I don't even know you anymore, BC.
It's like a beautiful tapestry of life.
Yeah, I love everything about each movie. Each movie presents the characters in different stages of their relationships, and you see the terror that's going on for Belle. The vampires and the werewolves, and things change, and they grow as characters throughout the whole saga. Each movie is just right as it is. I enjoy every movie. I think it all forms a whole. Like, I read the books back to back, and it all forms one big, nice, epic story. Romance horror, and I thought it was great.
Can I just say, this is cruel, MC. This is cruel. You've already subjected us to making us watch these two crappy movies, and now we also have to talk Twilight.
Well, someone in the comments.
I'm like, just do it now.
MC,
this is the episode.
MC, you care about your fans, right?
No, absolutely. No, you're doing the right thing. You're answering people's curiosity.
No, but BC, I'm with you. If people don't like who you are, what you like, they can suck it. I'm with you, but
I know, but you don't agree with me, yeah.
Not on those two, or not on that franchise. No, I don't like them. But I'm all about whatever you love, enjoy, and be proud of who you are. So that's great. I just I can't get on that train with the Twilights.
That's great.
Blake,
come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
You should be for Halloween.
Who turned off my music?
That's freaking amazing.
Oh, that's right. He loves listening to music when he works out.
He likes to rock and roll. Look,
but
the most important.
They don't play the music in the movie, right?
That's because music. You're like
what he jams out to when he's doing his exercise, running around the ship.
I couldn't hear it completely because I had a
they spent too
screwdriver
much
stuck
money
in my ear.
Yeah,
they spent too much money on the effects. They couldn't afford music.
I mean, it would have been a couple $100 to run on over to Incompetech and get a couple free songs for, well, not free if you're putting them in a theatrical release or not. Right. Excuse me for saying theatrical.
IMAX.
in a feature film, in something that is intended to be distributed. You can't. So, I'm losing my mind over here. I'm just gonna shut up and stay in my corner.
Blake, let's just finish this. What is your favorite Twilight movie?
I actually love the first one. I love the first one. Probably watched it more than 20 times.
Wow.
The second one I like.
It's my Joe Rogan face.
The fourth and fifth one I like. The third one is garbage, but that's mostly because of the recasting of Victoria that just bothered the shit out of me. So I could never get past that. Because she's like a bit part in the first two movies. In the main movie she's supposed to be in, they recast her with someone who looks nothing like her. Nothing. Yeah. So it just threw the whole fucking movie off for me. And I know I'm being weird right now, but I didn't like Eclipse. In fact, the first time I bought the Blu-rays, I did not buy Eclipse. I just bought 1, 2, and then I bought the 4 and 5th one, whatever. But I own them all now because they released those extended cuts, and I bought them all because they were like $10 at Target with the slipcovers.
Can you do maybe next time we stream? Could you like cover yourself in glitter? That'd be amazing.
I have James's jacket from the first movie, actually. So
What?
Man, wow.
All right, now you're going a little too far.
Does it still have it?
It's
Does
not.
it still smell
it's
like
not,
him?
It's not a product from the movie. I just found one that looked like it. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
In the last stream, we talked about how I worked at FYE
Yeah.
or whatever. So I wore it for a midnight release of the Blu-ray.
Oh.
And did everyone think that you were that that character or no?
Actually, I was asked to take a lot of photos that day. So
Oh, there you
of course
go.
I was clean shaven and I had like the long blonde hair just like him, and yeah.
But it was all like
man.
moms, right? Like moms in their
What do you-
60s.
It was a bunch of moms and a bunch of like preteens and shit. So it was a little weird, but
Right.
whatever.
I'm feeling guilty. I had an Ashley Green autograph. I think that's her name. That I got in a mystery box, and I gave it to a friend who actually gave it to, if you know who Tommy Vegas is, I gave it to her. But anyways, I was like, what am I gonna do with this? Who the hell wants an Ashley Green autograph?
I love
But apparently I could have
Yeah.
sent it your way.
That's amazing. All right, back to the task at hand, reviewing a better movie, right, guys? This was in reference to your comment, Tony, but Mel applauds you, and she says that was amazing, Tone Bone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bigfoot sound like Fat Albert. He really did. It's actually in my
Kinda,
notes
yeah.
too. He did. It certainly had a Fat Albert voice. Let's see here. Okay,
Except his voice doesn't get higher.
Can I
it
make
stays at that.
a suggestion? We need to do one of these episodes, maybe the final, where everybody does their voice. MC, you have to be Italian, and now Tony has to be the Sasquatch for the entire video. Do you think you can pull that off? Well, your little, your little.
Oh,
look at me,
spaghetti. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the
Oh my god.
Who you like at the giallos?
Yeah, you're doing that, and now Tony's the Sasquatch. We still have to figure out the rest of us, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. out.
Yeah. I don't want to offend anybody.
All right, BC. Let's back on track here. What are your thoughts on Bigfoot versus Megalodon?
Well, first of all, there's too much dialogue and voiceover narration in this movie. I was thinking the script is probably 1,000 pages long, like a super huge script. And this is I don't like taking credit where no credit is due. So it's not actually TC said this during our text chats. He said that it felt like they were doing say it TC like a line reading around the table.
Like a table reading, they drew around it.
They drew around it. And that is spot on what it feels like, because it's just like around the table. Since the whole movie is animated, and they just sat around reading the dialogue. There's so much dialogue in this movie, so much voiceover, too much, and not enough action. Everyone already said the stuff. I definitely got Halo vibes from this, and also Clone Wars. Well, this is a much worse movie, and so the aliens reminded me of like animated okra, the vegetable, because they were green and slimy and stuff like that. That's what they reminded me of.
Okay.
And then MC, you said that I'm reading my notes here that it was reincarnations of Aleister Crowley. I thought the aliens just picked those names because they wanted to be cool, because Van Helsing is a fictional character. So how could he be a reincarnation of Van Helsing? So they have Van Helsing, Aleister Crowley, Dr. Jekyll, and all these bullshit names. And I think Tony said there was one character that he liked, the main dude, the clone, right?
Well, I said he was most likable.
My most likable character was the Bigfoot, because he seemed like a dopey character. Like most of the times when they were interrogating the shark, the Megalodon, he didn't talk. He was just quiet with a big mouth open, like a big idiot, just with his teeth out like that, just standing there. And so he barely talked. And then when the aliens tricked him into I don't remember. Tricked him into doing something. Oh yeah, and Van Helsing dies. He felt bad because he got tricked into it, and the Bigfoot character was my favorite. This definitely felt like a dollar store DVD that you could find at the Dollar Tree and pick it up, and it's probably bad.
Probably.
So the two factions are that.
Hold on 1 second. Hey Castellat, I'm not sure if you're just listing movies or if you're literally giving recommendations, but you're taking up a lot of the chat here. I'm not gonna click on it. Just let you know if you are real. I think you take a break on that. Thank you. Continue.
So the two factions are the Allies and the Arkhams, and oh yeah, the toilet humor was kind of funny. But the movie is so painfully bad that even the toilet humor doesn't redeem it. So yeah, like has been said already, the princess character, I think she was a princess or the queen or something like that. She wants a baby, and the whole stereotypical male, no, I don't want a baby. I'm not ready for that. And then she steals like some of his sperm to see if he's infertile or she is.
You paid attention to this movie.
Like I said during my initial thing, and I think one of you guys said it, that I thought this was kind of like a sci-fi channel movie, you know, where it takes place in present day, and the Bigfoot actually fought the Megalodon at the end, and the big fighting, you know, punching, you know, fighting and stuff like that. But there wasn't none of that. Like MC said, the Megalodon is in a fish tank, and he's just standing there.
Wait, BC. Wait, he's in what kind of a tank?
A fish tank.
Oh, a fish tank.
And he's just standing there, and they're just talking. And like OGP said, it feels like wrestling where they're just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," and there's no action.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just horrible and too much story. I mean, they talk.
It was bad. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Tony and Bullet's response to the dialogue, like where both you guys were kind of, I think at one point or another said like it was kind of okay or something, but the woman that was like our main character, that was the most monotone bitch I had to endure for an hour of my life. I was so angry. It was like, oh, the world is coming to an end. We must go up to the bridge and do this or that. And then I'm going to talk about how horny I am and I want your spunk on my stomach or something like that. But there was no emotion in her at all.
It's just like straight up reading it and that's it.
And that was part of what just, I'm like, this is bad. I was so angry at that woman. I was so angry. But anyways, I'm sorry. I just wanted to mention my anger.
No problem at all, OGP. I know when you have to say something and you don't want to forget it, so you want to share it. But I said everything I was gonna say. The movie was really, really awful. Thank God. After this, I'll forget about it and we'll never have to think about it or talk about it again. So I'm done.
Well, you know how everyone's saying, "Thank God we don't have to think about this again." This is the Empire Strikes Back of this saga.
Yeah.
This is the middle. This is the middle film. There's 3 of these. I'd seen the first one, Bigfoot versus the Illuminati. And by the way, the Illuminati is just the aliens. Somehow they're the Illuminati. This is the second one. The third one, I almost went with the third one, but I didn't want to get political on here. But it's Trump versus the Illuminati. And
nothing. It's just the Illuminati. There's no versus Trump or anything.
It's like the most piss poor animation for like a Trump astronaut is basically fighting the aliens. And I think he teams up with Bigfoot. I was like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Megalodon. Little did I know that it's in sequence. But you know, next time my turn comes up, I'm kind of curious where the story goes. So
no, you're not.
Well, hey, we've all got our trilogies over here, MC.
You know, Blake and BC love Twilight, and I love. Actually, no, I don't. I don't love this movie at all. It's awful. I can't even pretend. All right, here are my initial thoughts on this interesting little thing. The jive talking Bigfoot, who sounds like a pissed off Fat Albert. See, I had it in my notes too. Has help in the form of Van Helsing, who looks more like he belongs in a Halo game than in this movie. There's so much happening in this movie that it boggles the mind that one person wrote all of this and planned this out like he was writing Star Wars or Game of Thrones. The show was animated with a whole bunch of sci-fi CG footage that they use over and over again, and it somehow manages, and they somehow managed, I should say, to write the dialogue for the 100 or so CG animation shots that they had. So you can sort of technically call it a feature film, but it really isn't. If you like Jaws, Harry and the Henderson, and Star Wars, then watch those instead, because
Good call. Good call.
This movie felt like it was a goddamn joke. Like, this could not be a serious movie. It has to be a joke, right? There's no way that you're making this movie and 5 minutes into it, you're like, guys, this is dumb. Let's not do this. Let's just not. Let's stop whatever we're doing. This is such a stupid thing. How do you make this? How do you? I don't understand. OGP, here's a question for you as a fellow filmmaker. How do you make this? I mean, I know if I'm in the middle of something, I'm like, no, this is stupid. This sucks. Let's not continue any further. How does any creative person see something and go, no, we should stop right now?
A simple answer. It's a stress test film. If they're worried about your heart and they put you on all the little monitors, they make you watch this so you get so pissed off to see if your heart's gonna go. That's what it is.
Maybe it was a dare or something. It's not easy to make a movie, even if you have all this recycled footage. You still have to write it. You still have to have an idea of what the hell the characters are gonna be talking about. I mean, obviously the dude was horny and he was talking about people banging and having babies. It's not for kids, because you would think, oh, maybe it's like a kind of a fun kind of kids movie, but it's not for kids because there's way too much sperm talk and like, hey, let's go hit the sack. You missed it. Well, actually, you're gonna be happy that you missed it. But in the first one, Aleister Crowley gets reincarnated as the alien. He's like, I want to find some young boys to suck my dick. And he goes on for like 5 minutes about how he really wants a blowjob. And I'm like, what is this movie? You're like, fact, I can't wait to get my dick sucked. It's so weird.
He says it in this one, not about boys. But he goes, all right, Bigfoot, I'll suck your dick.
Yeah. It was a throwback to the fans. I'm like, all right, it's dick sucking. He's a big fan of that.
You, the fan.
I wonder...
The commander says, it's my ship, so it's my command. And then the guy goes, it's my cock, so it's my load, or some shit like that.
Yeah. It's my cock, so
and
it's my load.
Then the princess says, shit.
She sure does.
She says shit.
Whatever it was monotone. I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weird thing is sometimes they hire actors, and then sometimes it sounds like text to speech. Like, we can't get anybody for the role. Oh, the ships are coming. Let us shoot rockets at them. What the fuck?
Oh yeah,
man?
the princess asks Van Helsing how big the Bigfoot's dick is.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, oh no. He goes, oh, I thought you guys were close. And Van Helsing goes, we're not that close.
So that's where she started really pissing me off. It's like she's all about him, and then all of a sudden she's talking about his friend's dick, and that. And it's like, you fucking whore.
But she but
whore in the movie.
She was rejected, and they call her a cunt too. That was the one shining moment of this.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I kind of felt like maybe they ran out of money on their effects budget or whatever that you want to call that. And that's why we didn't actually get like a battle scene between the two at the end. But knowing there's more than one of these movies now, that can't be the case. And it is just, it is mind-boggling how anybody could put that out and go, you know what, this is a good movie. But I can't say, I know there's people that I am sure MC, I'm not going to name names, that like have literally told me, we don't care if you just make us movies for us to release. They can be dog shit. We just want to sell something. And so maybe it was just something like that. Like they're like, you know what? It's a paycheck. Get it done. We don't really give a damn. And that's the only thing I can think why you would ever do something like this.
It hurts so bad. Since Mel isn't here, maybe I should read hers now. But I'll reserve her rating till we all do that.
Okay.
Let me get here. Let's see here. By the way, I know what Mel stands for. Dun dun dun. But I told her I'd keep her secret. Okay. Bigfoot. Actually, she gives her barrels already. It's kind of it's kind of important to her whole thing. So I'll reveal her barrels. Hold on to your butts. You're not gonna believe this. Bigfoot, 2 barrels.
What?
Yeah. Hear me out. I listened to a lot of last podcasts on the left. Aleister Crowley was a real person, a very controversial one at that. I mean, I think pretty much most of us knew that, but she gives us sort of a history. An English occultist, ceremonial magician, poet, painter, novelist, and mountaineer. He founded the religion of Thelema, identifying himself as the prophet entrusted with guiding humanity into the aeons of Horus in the early 20th century. Finally, somebody had to do it, right? He was also part of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, which was a secret society devoted to the study of the occult, metaphysics, and paranormal activities, also being occult themselves. The movie is also a sequel to Bigfoot versus the Illuminati, which is also another thing Aleister Crowley had a hand in. This is like a long thing. Another super interesting group. And there's another one, Trump versus the Illuminati. I told her that was almost my pick. I found this movie to be, here we go, very interesting in the backstories of the characters, but that's about it. The dialogue was terrible, horrible, probably what made me this sick. Oh wait, there's more. The movie didn't even do what the title says. There was no battle between Bigfoot and Megalodon, and the animation didn't even look like the cover. I did think the animation in the actual movie was very good. Oh boy. I don't know if she's here anymore, but Bigfoot looked awesome. That
what
is
you
my
talking about, Mel?
That one. So Tone Bone, what do you think? You want to do it in the Bigfoot voice? She gave it 2 barrels. What do you think about that?
What do you want me to say?
Say your thoughts in the Bigfoot voice.
You give it 2 barrels. Those are 2 big barrels underneath my dick.
That's what.
What?
Oh man. Tony, I chain smoke cigars, and my voice isn't even as deep as yours, man.
I didn't know if I should do the voice. That was the first time trying it, to be honest.
Wow.
Like tonight.
They're going to call you up for the 4th one. They're going to call you up for the 4th one. It's going to happen.
I'll do it. I will do it.
I'm sure you will.
I think it would be fun to do his voice, to be honest. It just, you're going to be in a shitty movie.
And you should do it as yourself. Bigfoot versus Tony of the Dead, but you were somehow taken through like a wormhole, like 2,000 years into the future. And
I know the Nazis from 2022.
And the way you fight is with different images on the green screen. You pull up guns on your green screen behind you and they actually fire.
That'd be way better than this movie.
I'd watch that movie. Bigfoot versus Tone Bone. We got it.
MC, I don't know if you want to check this on IMDb or not, but I think that the guy that did the voice for Van Helsing also did the voice for Bigfoot.
Yeah,
I think he did 2 voices.
It shouldn't really be a surprise just because of their budget, lack thereof.
Yeah.
All right. Mel says Bigfoot was her favorite. Well,
Bigfoot was my favorite too.
Well, I don't think any of them were my favorites.
They had no favorites in this.
No favorites. John wants to hear Tombone singing Louis Armstrong in the Bigfoot voice.
I see trees are green, red roses too.
But you have to have like a motherfucker, like a
motherfucker. I don't know the rest of the words.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, let's let's give our final thoughts and barrels for this classic. TC, we'll start with you.
What's the lowest you can give this?
0
or 0? Let's go with that.
0. Would you say you would ever watch this again?
Never in my life. Well, I gotta say this though. For both movies, they did have something like a redeemable quality about both of them that I'll say right now, and that's the end credits.
The end credits. That's it. Because they got you hyped, right? For Trump versus the Illuminati. You want to see where it goes?
Got me hyped to watch something else.
So I want to see if they have a baby. All that stuff. It's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't show Aleister Crowley getting a BJ. I mean, that's
oh my god,
insanity. Mel says, "I knew I was going to be on an island with this one." Yeah, all by yourself. I don't think anyone will join you. Tombone, can you give us an all by myself, but in the Bigfoot voice?
All by myself, fucker.
Perfect. All right. 0 for TC. Blake, where did you land on this one? 4, 5?
No, I would give this one 1.5.
Wow. Really?
Wow.
Your trophy is in jeopardy over here, MC, with these between Mel and Bullet scores.
I was hoping for a clean 0 sweep, but holy shit. Okay, so why 1.5?
Like I said, I actually enjoyed the dialogue despite it being read off the page. Basically, I thought some of the lines were fucking hilarious. The movie was shit, but like I don't know about that. But
I don't know about that.
I don't know, Mel.
No, definitely not. Yeah, right.
The dialogue was funny. I at least for part of the movie, it was. Yeah. I wouldn't watch it again, but I had watched most of the Korean from Seoul just before I started this one, so I think it just made me like it a little more.
Yeah,
most of it. Okay, 1.5. Fair enough. OGP, where did you land?
So, and I will agree with Blake. There were a couple funny little lines in the movie, because I don't think you can call it a movie if there's no arc, because we never. I mean, it just kept going up, and we're waiting for something to happen, and it never did. It never arced. So I can't even classify this as a movie. I just classify it as something made to try and offend people. This is a big fat goose egg for me. Absolutely 0. I mean, if I could go negative, can I give this a MC? Can I give this a negative 3.5 barrels to cancel out Mel and Blake's scores?
Yeah, can we
I'll allow it. I'll allow it as the host. I will allow
it. Don't invalidate me.
I'd like to match. OGP's.
No. Reviews still stand, but goose egg, got it. I don't blame you, pal. Okay, Tony. Well, what are you thinking? Is this your new favorite franchise or not?
No, not. I would say I'll give it a 1 because I did enjoy some of the jokes as well, even though they were like out of nowhere. And because of doing the voice so much tonight, it got another half a star. So, yeah. So I'd say just the 1. That's been nice.
You just added a new tool to your toolbox over there of different little creative things.
There you go.
Channel.
Yeah.
If your next review is in the Bigfoot voice, it's gonna go viral, bro.
Either that, you're gonna be canceled. Like, what are you? Look at this guy, this white boy. Let's get him.
You don't know me.
You imagine the guy sounds like that.
You don't know what I've seen.
And then Van Helsing, he sounds like oh god, what the hell?
Typical video game guy.
Yeah, but what's that? Somebody in the chat probably knows. It's the one who always has the big guns. Is like always there's tits in his
Duke
game.
Nukem?
Duke Nukem. That's what he sounds like.
Nukem.
Big tits and guns.
Duke Nukem.
Yeah. What's that tits game, Duke Nukem?
That's on the cover of the box. It says.
Welcome to the tits game. All right, speaking of tits, BC, what's your barrel rating?
Well,
I'm sorry, I don't know what that meant, buddy.
it's okay.
It's the sake talking. Go ahead. What are you thinking?
It's a horrible movie, and as many of you have already said, some of the jokes were potty humor, but they were funny. Some of them too much dialogue. I'm not a big science fiction fan, especially animated science fiction, and bad science fiction, bad quality. So I wrote down my barrel rating when I watched the movie. I'm gonna go with half a barrel. And that's gonna be
half a barrel. Okay.
Half a barrel, yeah.
You know, I thank you, BC. I give them credit for at least attempting to make a movie. Obviously, it's hard. Obviously, you know.
No. You can't use that in this one. No.
You know, obviously,
no
BC. Obviously, BC14 is a very intelligent person who, you know, has a lot of deep thoughts. You know, it's gonna be a 4 for me, honestly. No one believes that shit.
Lying.
0. It sucks ass. So fucking bad.
That's good.
When I picked this, what were you gonna say, BC? TC?
No, I was about to buy a plane ticket to your place and go kick you swift in the nuts and then come back.
Look, I'll tell you what. When I was looking through Tubi, the one I had picked initially was like a shot-on-video western, and it was like a comedy. It looked really stupid. But then I saw this. I'm like, man, this was such a painful. When I saw the first one with my buddy Justin from Gold Ninja, like, God, that was such a painful experience. I want to give them pain, so that's why I chose this movie. And then having to sit through it, even at 70 minutes, excruciating. And I tried my best to kind of like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to the plot because there's obviously something going on here. But half the dialogue was like, "Get me pregnant, bitch," you know, and like Bigfoot like jogging like an idiot. So stupid.
Isn't that a line from Look Who's Talking?
Yeah.
They stole it.
They stole goddamn line.
No, stupid movie. Stupid. There's nothing good about it. I mean, I honestly I can't imagine anybody making this movie and thinking, "Gosh, this is gonna be great, guys." Okay, here's the rewrites for the come on the stomach scene, guys. This is gonna be great. You know, it's so weird to me. Why?
Yeah.
Why the hell? Why would you make this? Why would you force this on people? And this not only is there a trilogy, but this guy has other movies. I think he's got like animated movies, like actually kid-friendly ones.
He's got an awards.
Which, by the way, may be coming your way my next turn for me. So, you know, if you guys want, should we take a vote if I should go again next time?
Nope.
Just to hands up.
We will have a round 2, and I think, and we kind of talked about this in our private chat that maybe whoever wins round 1 gets to go first in round 2. So worst case scenario, you're only 3 episodes away. Well, yeah, but that's if you win. I mean, there are still 2
There's
challengers.
still 2 more to go.
You never know. Me or BC might come through like Edwards did at the end of the fight the other night. We're getting our ass kicked for 25 minutes, and then that one kick to the side of the cheek, and it's over. So you never know. But you're in pretty good shape right now. You're in pretty good shape right now.
I'm in the best shape of my life, God damn it.
You know, and this doesn't give any credit to the film at all, but did anybody else kind of get from the little green guy that I guess was supposed to be Hitler or whatever? Did anybody get like Destro vibes from like the 80s G.I. Joe cartoon? Totally sounded like Destro. Yeah, the way he talks. Yeah.
Destro or Cobra Commander, you mean?
Cobra Commander. No, you're right. Forgive me. It's been a while since I've seen G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
But no, thank you for that. And you are 100% correct. It's Cobra Commander.
Yeah, you're right.
Destro's like metalhead guy, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, so Cobra Commander for sure. Yeah.
TC's on that shit. That's why I thought you would like it, TC, because it's like it
Really?
feels like it feels like GI Joe. And
Yeah, it feels like G.I. Joe. Yeah, exactly.
it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's like in a way it's better than GI Joe. GI Joe doesn't talk about sperm. I'm sorry, but it was missing, and we all missed it.
You haven't heard all the PSAs.
No, exactly.
You-
If you're trying to get pregnant by a Halo character, this is okay.
Halo versus Bigfoot.
I'd rather stare at my GI Joe collection on the shelf than watch this movie again. I'd rather just stare at it for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I bet you to make a better movie. Just staring at it.
You guys, I was gonna make a joke, but no, I'm with you. It's a piece of shit ass movie. Moving on to what may be the Mount Everest of bottom of the barrel movies.
Yeah.
This one, it's gonna sting real good. Let's talk about The Korean from Seoul. Here's the trailer.
I'm William now. Welcome to Chandadal Exports. So you're really from Seoul?
I am from Seoul.
Oh my god.
I should mention this trailer is 3 minutes long.
I've scheduled this morning's meeting to give new head of security Nam Hong a chance to brief us all on his new measures he has in store for us for ensuring our safety here at Chandadal.
This is your new office.
We're a multicultural team here at Chandadal Exports.
One of the nightmares we have to deal with in the export industry is the sheer lightness of processed cereals.
Yeah, it's really easy to smuggle.
The universe brings it to me.
And ships, because the authorities just don't even notice the weight difference.
I think it's important to show racial diversity in a team environment.
It's important not to let distrustworthy people into the offices and to keep a keen eye out for shady characters.
Security is an issue we take very seriously at Chandadal Exports. We only hire the finest people for the job.
Oh my god.
Like Nam Hong from Seoul.
When we're out in the field, the possibilities of chance encounters with hostilities is too great to not remain focused and safety conscious.
Blake left.
It's about breaching professional
Blake is gone.
expectations.
He doesn't want to see anymore.
Force of darkness, they're closing in. It's about surpassing professional expectations.
Hey, getting asthma.
Knocking over the table. Music is a cross-cultural phenomenon which makes the practice of music an interracially harmonic practice.
And emerging bandit bliss because of rising C major. It's all around north and south. Fighting for abuse, but they're always overwhelming enough. Stop your fucking whining, you dummy!
Rotate some more.
Flashlight? What the shit is that? Awesome. That's how they. That's that's how they sold their movie. That's the trailer they made for this friggin' movie. Jesus Christ!
You know what's sad? We made them some money because don't
on
people on
Tubi,
Tubi get money? They had
Oh,
more.
Like
Now they actually have another budget of
like
$5.
$1.
You know, this movie had me so curious as to what was going through this dude's head. I sought out interviews with the director, the writer. There are none out there, but I did find his YouTube channel, and he has 22 subscribers. Or maybe it's less than that, and his YouTube videos had 22 views or something. It was pretty pathetic. But there's no explanations out there as to what this is going on.
Absolutely. However, for physical media heads, there is a Blu-ray available. You guys can order it through their site. It's a double disc. There's an extended version that I think runs. I think it says 3 hours and 47 minutes.
Get the fuck
out.
No, that wasn't the extended version.
In the trailer, they actually show a picture of the DVD or the Blu-ray in the beginning.
Yeah, so you gotta get it.
There's no slip though.
No slip, no dip, right, Blake? No, I'm kidding about the extended edition, but there is, I think there's a Blu-ray available on their site with reviews from people who apparently liked it, and I can only imagine that they're real people. Maybe they're letterboxed. I don't know.
Nobody liked this movie. Nobody.
No.
It's not possible.
Nobody.
It really isn't. It really isn't possible.
No.
I don't know how this movie saw the light of day. You know, lots of people watching you struggle through the film industry, and then this crap comes out. It should make you angry, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does, but then I realized that the way the independent industry works now is that they make no money. Literally, it's on Tubi. They don't
deserve any money.
Jesus, I mean, it's probably worse than YouTube monetization. They probably made $2, you know, from us watching it. To be honest, so they got it out, but like not really. You know, anybody can put the movie on streaming. You could put your own movie on Amazon Prime if you wanted to. So it doesn't make me angry necessarily. I applaud them. It used to make me angry, but now I just I've embraced the chaos as it was. Okay, here's the plot.
I'm a filmmaker and I'm angry.
Well, I'm glad I can tell. I want you to be angry because that's when you're the funniest. So let's get PC really angry. Let's get it real pissed. All right, here's the plot from as near as I could figure it anyway. Behold, one of the greatest films ever made about a Korean from Seoul. A movie designated to make you scratch your head in confusion from beginning to end and make you question all of your life decisions and whether you like watching movies at all in the first place. Nam Hong is our lead, and apparently he's a Korean from Seoul.
I am from Seoul.
Got it.
However, he has one hell of an Australian accent. So riddle me that, movie. How does that make any fucking sense? Anyway, he's been hired as the head of security for Chandlerdale Exports, a company run by a guy named William Knoll. And that's when the torture begins, because there really is no other plot beyond that. If you like movies like John Wick, Mulholland Drive, Parasite, Leaving Las Vegas, Falling Down, The Road Warrior, Memento, and Mission Impossible, then watch those movies instead, because this movie is the definition of bottom of the barrel. I'm going to start with BC. Give us your thoughts on Korean from Seoul.
One of the things, my impression after watching just like half an hour of this movie was, and I told MC about it, it felt like the story, the script, and the acting, like this movie was generated by a computer and AI with AI intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because nothing feels natural. It's not natural. The acting is awkward. It's cringy. Everything about this movie feels artificial. It really does. I mean, first of all, what is the movie about? Is it about the life of a business, an export business, Chandlerdale? Why not call the movie Chandlerdale Exports? Why call it a Korean from Seoul? What does that have to do, where this guy is from, have to do with the story? Maybe it's about, how they employ different races in their business. But then they mentioned that like once or twice in the movie, and then that's it. So the Korean from Seoul, they hired him as head of security. So in a business, that means that I would think he deals with cyber threats and stuff like that, and piracy stuff. I don't know what, but
I don't know either. It's not.
You don't see any. You don't see any real things going on, and then he's drinking and he does that thing. This is the second time I've seen it. I saw it in the convent. A character smoking a cigarette and chugging hard liquor at the same time with the cigarette still in their mouth. You guys pick up on that?
Yeah.
He chugs the bottle while keeping the cigarette. That he does that, and so does the main character in the convent. So this movie that was generated by computer artificial intelligence, I think they wanted to simulate something that the humans could find entertaining, and none of it is entertaining. I don't know if there's political subtext to this or some sort of like meaning to this, but I couldn't find any meaning in it.
Right.
And there's a part where they have this security box. There's like a commercial for it, an advertisement, and it's a metallic rectangle with like a space in the middle. It's just like the frame, a metallic frame, and it spins around. And this black dude talks about it, and I don't what is this contraption? Like, what is it for? Is it for exporting boxes or stuff? I don't know what it is. And then there's this whole thing about cereal. Let me see.
You pay too much attention to this movie.
And then there's one part when I think the boss says there's a security breach. Something with freight trains and weight discrepancies. And that's when they start talking about the cereal. The cereal boxes simulate something of the weight of what they export, but they don't go into much detail after that. And then there's the fight on top of the train.
Yeah.
What is that about? And then
why do you have a shopping cart up there? What the fuck?
Yes, I know. And then I think in the third act, the security box, which is just like a metallic frame, like big, like probably 6 feet, is twirling around, and they're in this room, and they're throwing bottles, and then the Korean guy, to show that he's drunk, in the very beginning, he knocks over tables, but it feels so awkward. That's not how a real drunk person acts. You could tell he's pretending to be drunk. I mean, it's not good acting. Like, if you want to see a good drunk person, watch Leaving Las Vegas with Nicolas Cage. That is great. But this, you could tell that none of these people know how to act. The writer doesn't know how to write a competent story. The directing is a piece of crap.
Don't sugarcoat it.
I'm so mad.
There's so
Everyone on that list are killing themselves now.
There's so many. I mean, I keep asking myself, what is the message that this movie wants to get across? Anybody? No, seriously, anybody on this panel?
No.
What is the message? What is?
Honestly, I think it's supposed to be more artsy.
Yeah.
You think it's supposed to be artsy?
I think they think it's supposed to be artsy.
Yeah.
But do you think the acting was bad acting, or you think they were acting artsy on purpose?
Oh, I think it's the worst. I don't think it's the worst, brother.
Yeah. I hated this movie, and then the boss, his stupid face is on everything, on the wall, outside the building. Everywhere you look is a stupid face. I mean, it's not even a clever design to go with the company. Canada Exports, you know, it's not like a cool design like FedEx. FedEx has FedEx, and if you look next to the X, there's an arrow. They don't do that. It's just the guy's face. And
it's like The Office without a soul.
Casey, what he means is like what is the plot of the movie? That not necessarily has to have a message, but every movie has an intention.
Yeah.
I mean that's 100% of the.
Yeah,
there
like,
is a reason for every
wanna,
movie.
What did they want to get across? What's the plot? I guess. Yeah.
Don't
So,
drink.
BC,
Don't
let's
drink?
say let's say William Nowell came up to you and he goes, "Hello there, BC. Well, you want to work on Canoga exports?"
No, man, I'll run and hide.
You want to work for Chandler Exports.
Good on ya.
Not many things
Thank
will make
you, Mel.
BC
Look at
run,
him.
but
He's falling over at Sable.
John Smith says BC needs a hug. So I take it BC didn't like the movie. It's still unclear. I'm not sure.
I don't think he's done.
No, I'm done. I'm so done.
But wait, isn't there another page on that?
No, only one page.
Oh.
One
But I wrote it. My writing is very small.
Very good. Okay. Good times. All right. Tony, the Korean from Seoul. How much did you love it?
Well, this one I have something written for it as well.
Hashtag Chandler Dale.
Chandler Dale.
Chandler Dale, I suppose. It's about society and protection. What the fuck, man? Sorry, go ahead, Tony.
He's knocking over chairs. What's he doing?
Yes, that's great.
It's like, thank you for explaining what I'm looking at. Let me start this off by saying that this movie has everything you'd ever want in a film. From the elaborate set designs that really give the watcher a feeling of being uncomfortable, as if at any moment this could actually turn into a snuff film, to the acting itself, which obviously everyone took super seriously and learned their lines flawlessly. Everyone played their parts so well that after a while I was actually convinced that everyone was actually drinking alcohol and not dirty dishwater throughout the entire 6-hour runtime. No, it's not actually 6 hours, but that's what it'll feel like, and you'll never want it to end. The plot is literally a drunk getting hired to protect this company from the evildoers of the world. The movie had so many moments where I thought, is he dreaming? Is this the past or present? Is this actually happening? Nothing gets explained in this movie. One moment he's getting hired, and the next scene he's tying up chairs and throwing himself all over them, and he doesn't know he's being recorded. Isn't he the head of security? Another thing is everyone must be able to jump really high because the office is on the second floor with a door that literally just opens to drop straight down to the ground. So how the hell are people sneaking in and out of the entryway? Let's face it, if there's one movie you never need to see, it's definitely this one. I really hope no one can beat this movie on them as the bottom of the barrel. I don't think my brain can take this much torture again. And unfortunately, I used to always say nothing bad can come out of Australia. I've never seen a bad Australian film. Thank you, Mr. Master Chaos.
Well, it's New Zealand, I think. So Australia's still good.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Australian safe. Well, they're so close. I never know that, if it's New Zealand or Australian. So the first thing I think is Australian, but okay. Then
You know what the difference is? This movie.
But yeah, it's.
Go ahead, finish.
I don't know. That's what I wrote, but I feel like there's so much more. It was just painful to watch. Like I said, it's probably supposed to be artsy. Maybe I don't get it, but I don't care if I get it or not. I decided to watch this one first because I thought this is probably going to be worse. The runtime was longer. Get it out of the way. I don't know if it was the right move. I have no idea, but it's just so bad. I was actually going to in the beginning when he starts playing guitar, and that's another thing. Everything's off tune, so it makes you even. And I watched these straight sober too, and which was a mistake. I was gonna pretend when we were starting today play his shit on the guitar because he's not really playing notes. But I thought I that's gonna hurt my brain to try to remember what he's saying, But yeah, it's not a movie anybody needs to ever see. And I say for both these movies, I used to say, hey, you want to make a movie, go out and do it. But I take that back. Not everybody should.
The more you know.
Oh boy. Fuck this movie, brother. Now I'm doing it.
He's turned to a Bigfoot Hulk Hogan. Oh,
I had to end it on a good note, you know.
Yeah.
There you go. Here's a good question actually for everybody who saw The Other Side of the Underneath. We'll start with BC. BC, was this worse than The Other Side of the Underneath?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say no. I would rather see this than Other Side of the Underneath again.
No, I would rather watch the other. I would rather watch none of them ever again in my life.
You have to pick one.
If I was like, I had a gun to my head and they asked me to watch one of them again, I would watch The Other Side of the Underneath again.
Wow!
Just shoot me.
Yeah, I'd say shoot me. Yeah, that's good. Just
oh yeah, that's a good one, DC. Yeah, I'd say shoot me. Yeah,
just shoot me right now.
Movies they're neck and neck in how bad they are.
Yeah. Wow. Who was there with me? Tony, were you there for that one? What do you think is worse?
This, because at least the other side had nudity.
I guess that's true.
Everybody, yep. All the guys in the room, yep. Yep, tits, brother. I like
that's
tits.
right.
Yeah, but it also had that gypsy sequence. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this one's got Channel Dale exports. Well, BC work for me. Come on.
Why does your Australian accent sound like some kind of 1930s news guy?
Because I don't know how to do an accent.
He just writes the movies.
He just writes.
So me and Tony were thinking the same thing. Watch this one first, get it out of the way because it's the longer one, and first of all, it's a fucking drama. I like some dramas, but this is
loosen up that snuggie, man. Calm down.
To the bottom of the barrel. So when Master Chaos had that giddy laughter and picks a drama, you know it's gonna be bad. So
yeah.
You know what's funny, BC? I was thinking about this. You mentioned for your birthday where you rented that 6-hour Emma miniseries. I mean, dude, we were in high school. What the hell were you thinking? Obviously, we weren't gonna watch that. But honestly, now I would watch that. That's kind of my jam now at my age. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
I would watch it now. Okay. OGP, unload.
Okay.
But not in the way that Halo guy unloaded on that girl.
Yeah. So I took the time out of my life to watch these two movies. So I'm gonna ask you. You have to hear me out on this, okay?
Okay.
You have to hear me out on this. And while I'm not ever in a million years gonna call this film brilliant, but I will say everything that you saw on the screen was metaphoric. There was nothing in the story that was really about what this movie was about. And about 10 minutes in, I was going, okay, is this like a 1984 kind of wannabe flick about like Big Brother? Is this about his, the public's battle with like the man? But I settled on, and what this movie is, if you watch it again, or if you truly think about it, this movie is about this guy's battle with addiction, and it has nothing to do with him being from Seoul. Therefore, his Australian accent works. It is about his battle with alcoholism, and that's why you see the alcohol around a lot. And I mean, I got a lot of notes on this, so you got to hear me out here. First of all, we see, just like what you see there, the spinning security box that represents a casket. And at one point earlier in the film, you see up on the wall a screen that's blank. And this guy right here, he is really his demon. He is the demon that's the alcoholism that is attacking our whatever. I couldn't even remember that guy. But at the very beginning, at the very beginning of the movie, you see him when he's playing guitar with all the baggage. At the end of the movie, he doesn't have the baggage anymore because on the train, he fought off all his demons, all these alcohol demons. And then you see these people coming up to him at the end sequence with their, whatever they have. And he kind of fights them and destroys their thing. So he's fighting off these demons of alcoholism. He's always drinking. The company director's always kind of telling him what to do. And that's like his demon telling him, you want to drink. There's always alcohol bottles around. And even when the director guy isn't there, like he's on the train fighting these people, the director is in the room with all the alcohol bottles behind him. And so let's see. Sorry, my notes were kind of chaotic here because as I started going here, I was like, wait a minute, this is making sense. This is making sense. But anyways, throughout the film, the people that do attack him, they're all like the demons coming after him, trying to get him to drink more. And the company, the company is just representing his alcoholism, it was a very shitty attempt to make a movie with a subplot or something kind of going on to get that point across. They totally missed the mark. But as you go through this movie, scene by scene by scene, everything in this movie told me it's about this guy's battle with alcoholism. And then at the end, the alcoholism, you see the casket, it's spinning around in the room, all the chaos with the drinking, and the people fighting and all that stuff. That's him fighting off his demons. Then the door opens and it's a bright white light outside. That's him almost dying and almost seeing the light, what people see as they're about to go to heaven. Door closes, he wins, he goes back, fights. But then ultimately the end scene there, he is fighting, he's winning, the baggage is gone. But then at the very end, he dies. Spoiler alert, because the one final demon does get him, goes back to the bottle, and that's it. And so I don't know. I've seen, maybe he's going for like I said, like a 1984. Maybe he's going for a Woody Allen. Did he do a great job at doing it? No, not at all. The movie was terrible. I think they were trying to be over the top with the bad acting at points, but I do think when they wrote this or when they thought about it, they did have an idea of what they were trying to convey, and they just thought, we're going to make everybody have to think about this. But they made it so obscure that nobody picks up on it, aside from a fucking weirdo like me, but so anyways, the boss guy with the alcohol bottles and so in my other notes, just about the people on the train fighting him, and the cereal kind of represents the alcohol, and it's just the point is, because I know nobody wants to hear all the details scene by scene by scene. It's about this guy's battle with alcoholism. It's what it's about. And I picked up on that after about 10 or 15 minutes. And so watching them try to convey in different ways this guy's inner struggles and stuff, I kind of found it interesting. Will I ever watch it again? Not a chance in hell. But it was, to me, this was light years better than that other shit house we watched, in the Bigfoot movie. So just because they had an idea of what they were trying to do when they made this, but like you see the one scene where the company director guy's there, and he's talking to the Korean from Seoul. The TV's off, and then all of a sudden the TV comes on, and it's images of the Korean from Seoul. It's images of his earlier life. It's like the flashbacks. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, but
no,
the comment. No. And it does. The cereal is, the company's trying to push, this product to the Korean, and it's definitely there is a lot to it, but like that scene where you see the TV's off, and they both kind of look at the TV and they're like, huh, and then all of a sudden it shows the Korean's memories. Well, how would the director know the Korean's memories? He wouldn't, except for that the director is the Korean's demon that's pushing the alcoholism.
What if the cereal represents a different drug?
Or, okay, take your pick, but I'm going with alcoholism because, like, you see the director, when he's on the train, when the Korean's on the train fighting off all these demons, the director is in the office with the hundreds of alcohol bottles behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why I'm going on alcoholism. It's an addiction flick is what it is. I've got friends who make obscure movies like this. Some of them to the average viewer are like, what in the colossal fuck am I watching? But if you kind of understand where he's coming from, it makes a lot of sense. But even though this made sense to me, the execution was bad. So that's where I'm at on this. But it was funny because listening to BC and listening to Tony, and even as Master Chaos, when you were kind of like reading, or talking about the plot or lack thereof, I was like, you guys were like, I felt like you're so close to kind of picking up on, and you all, the other 5 of you and all the people in the comments might go like, OGP, you are off your fucking rocker here. What the hell are you thinking? But that's my take on it, and I'm very curious to hear what everybody else has to say.
Hey man, every opinion is welcome here, and I really like that you took a serious approach to it, looking for deeper meaning. However, I'm going to point you to the website. They call their thing a experimental action comedy. So I think maybe it's one of those things where with The Room, they made The Room a drama, but then everyone was laughing at it, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And I guess it's a comedy. So then they reframed it as a comedy.
Yeah.
But it,
I've got a movie that I could compare to this, but I swear to God, I can never have the director know that I compared these two movies. So if I ever tell you to watch this other movie, which is a comedy, but it has a very deep, dark undertone. And so I kind of get the eccentric take on art, even if you want to call it a comedy. There's just sick and twisted bastards out there, and I'm one of them, but like I said, point taken. I will understand and I will accept and not be mad at anybody who goes, OGP, you're fucking nuts.
Tony, I'm sorry, it looks like it is Australian.
Well, that sucks. So now there's one thing that comes out of Australia that I watch that I don't like.
There you go.
I'm not a big fan of Foster's, which is Australian for beer.
Well, I mean, movie-wise.
Foster's is great. I wish I had several hundred cans of Foster's while I was watching this. I would have made it much easier. And OGP, I like Master Chaos. I sincerely appreciate where you're coming from. I just wish that I would have thought about that when I was watching this movie, but it didn't come to me. And
no, because they executed poorly. It was a poor execution.
Yeah, it was poorly executed. I was trying to figure it out. As you can tell, I took my notes. I was trying to see what this was. It didn't work. I didn't get the same thing you got, but
yeah.
I picked up on.
Well, I'm glad you figured out something that made sense. That I hope more. I don't know.
I could totally see where you're going with the talking about. I'm like, okay, yeah, it doesn't make it any better for me, but at least
no, it doesn't.
Maybe
make it
they had
better.
An idea.
It doesn't.
I picked up on the alcohol and the alcoholism, and I just thought this is how he sees the world. That's why it's so fucked up looking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But you see, like,
at
the beginning, he has the baggage when he's playing the guitar,
Yeah.
and at the end, he doesn't have the baggage with him. He's unloaded his baggage. He's fought off his demons.
That ending, though, I know the whole thing. He said it's a casket and spinning around, but that part was painful.
But you got to give it up to the music video portion in the middle, right? That was, and I have no fucking idea what that was, but it was interesting.
That guy where he's like, you said you'd protect me. You said you'd protect me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, kill him. Somebody fucking kill him.
Protection.
Protection.
Look, I love metaphor, and I think that's good filmmakers will do that every once in a while. They'll like to hint at things and stuff, maybe coming in another movie or something in a backstory. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. It's important. A movie should have that. But you shouldn't have metaphors in a movie where the overall structure is just junky garbage nonsense, whereas it allows the audience to we disconnect immediately. We don't even give a shit now. A perfect example of a perfect movie that delivers metaphor. It's not my turn yet, but I'm just gonna mention metaphor real quick. Is Lady Vengeance. amazing. Lady Vengeance from the director of Oldboy. That movie has a ton of every scene is a metaphor, and the way they deal with it is like poetry. But it all works because there's an underlying, I should say, movie. There's a plot. You're following a story, and then little things are done. They bring out the white cake. The white cake symbolizes rebirth, and she wants to become pure again. There's all these beautiful things in that movie that work. The symbolism makes something richer. Yeah. This thing is just like, spraying fucking deodorant on garbage and like, oh look, but it kind of smells like pumpkins, Anyway, that's my take on that.
You got one last thing before Blake goes. So Tony, with regard the guy that was like, I thought you were gonna protect me. If you notice, he was the guy that entered when the door opened, the bright white light. The guy coming back from heaven. That was his soul. He was trying to protect his soul from these demons. That's what that guy represented. No, I mean, I think there was now. So no, but I think, everything. I think they really thought out what they were doing. They just did colossally shitty job of executing. So, but anyways, all right. Sorry, Blake. And
by the way, the director is also the Korean from Seoul. He's also the writer, so he's the same guy.
To blame.
No, I know, and to my theory of the writer, director, producer being the same guy sometimes is like.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. All right, Blake, what are your thoughts on Korean from Seoul? And you're welcome, by the way.
Well, OGP's description gives me a new appreciation for this movie. And actually, no. Fuck that shit. This movie was fucking ass trash garbage. It was so fucking bad. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever watched a worse movie in my life. It took me like 12 times to actually get from the fucking beginning to the end with breaks in the middle. Holy fuck. The writing was awful. The acting made me want to die. Holy shit. I can't even express how bad this fucking movie was. I fucking could not stand it. From the moment I started it, I was like, this is just going to be awful. And sure enough, it lived up to those expectations. Because, holy, I just can't even fathom how this movie could be. Ooh. The guy eating cereal on the fucking train. What was that? He's shoving cereal in his fucking mouth over and over and over again. And they're on the train with this fucking shopping cart. Pushing it on a moving train. Why are they on a moving train? I don't know why they're on a moving train. That fucking drove me nuts. I fucking could not stand it. Every second of this movie was torture. It was pain. It was the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. And I watch shit movies all the time. I watch bad movies. I love bad movies. I did not love this bad movie. This bad movie shouldn't have been made. It should not exist. Literally the worst fucking movie I've ever sat through. And thank you, MC. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. My pleasure.
Blake, your microphone was muted.
I hated it so
much. Repeat that. We didn't hear you. With the same emotion, please. One more time.
All right. Well, I guess I should tell you guys now. There's a sequel, and that's gonna be my next pick.
You're eating shit.
Yes, you're eating
the
shit.
show will get canceled if there's a sequel. Yeah. Fuck that.
I know. I'm out if there's a sequel. I'm gonna do Mel, I hope you feel better. But if there's a sequel and MC, I see him with the giddy laugh. I'm out. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say no, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I can't.
We'll just pull a Mel and we'll be sick that week.
Yeah. Exactly.
It'll just give me a hold of hand puppets. Hey, it's me, OGP. I see a lot of symbolism in this movie.
I'll be here. I'll watch the sequel.
Okay, I appreciate
TC to take my place.
There you go. TC's like, oh, good, I'm on the panel, but you have to swap in for Tony now.
No.
Okay, Blake, are you good? Do you need to take a break?
Woo, man. Even OGP talking about it, I was like, you know, that all makes a lot of logical sense, but it doesn't fucking matter because I didn't want to watch it 5 minutes in. I was like,
no, and that's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I get that. I 100% get that. Yeah.
That's a fucking masterpiece compared to this.
It is.
Like,
It is.
the director hears
Amazing.
OGP's comments and he goes, "Hey, that's not a bad idea."
Yeah.
It's like, what did I think
Oh,
of
she
that?
could have thought of that.
Yeah.
this movie is an Oscar winner compared to The Korean from Seoul. Literally.
Wow. Okay, but Blake, what if it came with a hot slip though?
No, fuck that. Fuck
Well,
that.
it broke him. It broke him.
Mel says, "I'm with you, BC. I don't think my body can handle a sequel."
Yes.
Yeah.
Gosh, we got to get tougher, guys. Come on. This is only episode 4, okay?
I know.
It's only going to get worse, or it
We
should.
still have round 2 to go.
I will say this. I think Alien Beasts was way worse. And that had like 20 minutes of a topless girl. But this, I mean, Alien Beasts was atrocious. But what if it was a VSA?
Oh my god.
Then I'd
Criterion.
stop
I would
collecting
buy it, but
VSA.
it would stay sealed. Fuck that.
I would not buy it. I would say my collection is done up until this point, and that's it. I would not buy it.
Or if Criterion hears OGP's comments and goes, "Hey, that's not a bad idea," and they make a Criterion out of it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So if it's a VSA for you, BC, it would be a "screw you guys, I'm going home" kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Seriously.
Gotcha.
I don't have to
Any
think
movie's
twice
a
about it.
VSA, it's going on my shelf. I'm getting it.
Watch this or punch yourself in the junk.
Punch myself in the
Yourself
junk.
in the junk.
Yeah.
Actually,
Guys,
punch MC in the junk for suggesting this movie.
Yes, exactly.
Guys, I pride my junk. I take care of it. I'd rather watch the movie. My junk is the Holy Land. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't punch very hard. I would sort of like, you know.
The Holy Land.
The Holy Land.
Oh man. The baby makers and the Jesus Jews over here.
Yeah. What if I get stuck in space and I have to make it with a Halo lady? You know, it's like. So I
We'll
punch
just
myself
clone
in
you.
the junk. Oh, that's true. That's true. All right, I'll punch myself in the junk. All right, TC. All right, what are your thoughts on the greatest movie ever made?
Well, I don't know how I can follow that, but I'm
Predator.
just glad you have 2 channels because I can unsubscribe twice. I would never do that. I'm just kidding. I just sounded good. I would never do that.
Wow.
But no, man, it sucked. It's as poignant as OGP's comments were, which I get it, but that movie was still a shitbox. No, sorry. I'm sorry, man. But listen, everybody has to love that cornflake Morpheus, right?
I like Morpheus.
Get the cornflakes out of the fucking movie.
It's funny because they had action in the movie. They had fighting, but
I mean, it had fighting. I mean, is it a stretch to call this movie close to like a John Wick? I mean, you know, they kind of have the same feel.
Yes, yeah. It's not even an Airwick.
Of course, this movie did need
sucks.
one.
It did.
Yeah.
Need one.
Stunk.
It's true.
Yep. Look at the interconnection there.
Yeah.
But TC, didn't you like the parts like when he woke up in the field and there were random people there?
Absolutely not.
Then he said he's going to be in the office in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The next thing
Didn't you like the part where he tied himself to a whole bunch of chairs and jumped around?
The best part of the movie was when it ended and I had to go to work. That was the best part of the movie for me.
I love the sound effects during the chairs. I love those, you know, the
No, listen. I thought the soundtrack was done. They gave a bunch of chimps instruments and they just press record. That soundtrack, that score for this movie.
Oh, the soundtrack is awful. Blake, what were you gonna say?
The scene where he's in the fucking like I don't know auditorium or whatever, the theater, wherever. Why the fuck is the guy being like, "There's a mic stand with a microphone on it." The thing people talking to the mic. What the? Why did he narrate everything we're watching on the movie? That was ooh. God, ooh.
I like how the laptop was missing a button right in the
He
middle
died.
too.
Look at that. He's
Oh,
done.
that bothered me. See you, Blake.
Oh, man.
Who hasn't
ooze.
had a laptop at some point in their life where a key has fallen off and you're like either trying to put it back in or it's just completely lost or something. I thought that was funny.
Well, here's the one thing, too. He's talking to that girl at the end where the guy's spinning on the thing, and she's saying, like, I know a place where you can get in Chandler Exports. And then it's like, okay. And then he walks in, but they know each other.
Yeah. No, she was supposed, and I'm going to get stupid here again. The girl at the beginning, the wife left him. That was his, like the gatekeeper into heaven. And this girl that kind of like replaced that void, you thought she was like his, like she was the guarding heaven's gates, but turned out she was really, trying to direct him to hell, to keep him on his path to alcoholism. So it was, I don't know. Like I said, call me stupid. I'm fine with it.
No, absolutely. Like the scene with the chairs, to me, that represents all his childhood friends that he left behind, but mentally they're still with him. So like he ties himself to the chair that he jumps around like, hey, we're playing.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending this movie, and I'm not trying to convince anybody it's a good movie. I'm just saying I feel like this is what they were going for. I kind of understood what I felt like they were going for, and if it's not, then wow.
Yeah.
This movie's a metaphor for explosive diarrhea. That's what this is.
Yeah, exactly. Question for you, TC: is that an FC shirt you're wearing?
What shirt?
Pride FC.
No. No, it's
just a guy holding lightning. It's cool.
It's a CM Punk shirt. It's a wrestling shirt.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Pride FC. I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's FC is like probably a football club. I think that's like a soccer team.
Oh no. Sorry.
I thought it was like a gay pride wrestling match.
Dude.
All right. Okay. TC, anything else you want to add?
No.
And we're still friends, right?
He's the cult of personality.
We'll think about it. Yes, that's
okay,
right.
Fair enough.
We'll think about it. I'll tell you Friday.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so this movie was written and directed, edited, and scored by the same guy, Stephen Watmo. He's the Korean himself, the Korean with the Australian accent. This has to be a joke. Again, with the same movie, with the last movie, this has to be a joke. There's no way that they went into this movie with serious intentions, like OGP saying, like, "Oh, this represents this and that." It's so bizarre. It's so weird. There's none of it makes any sense. That you can. I don't even know how you could come up with anything. Like the scene where he's sitting at a desk and this guy in a mohawk comes and they start taking pictures of the guy in the mohawk. Like, what is that? Well, how does that have to do with anything with protection? Yeah, why is there a shopping cart on the train? The dude eating cereal on the train, like, like stuffing cereal in his mouth before they have a karate fight. Like, this had to be a joke. This has to be a gag. This has to be a thing where, like, let's make the craziest thing we can come up with. And they succeeded. However, I don't know, maybe they're leaning into it. I think if more people knew that this was like an endurance, like room on purpose type movie, this might be more successful. I think people would watch this midnight screenings. I honestly think I think it would be successful in that route. But if they intentionally made this movie to like tell this story, then the man has never watched a movie in his life. He probably lived in a cave because he doesn't know how to talk to people. I think BC's concept of it's an alien AI who tried to make a human movie. That's pretty close to what this feels like. It doesn't feel like a real thing. Some of my favorite scenes were like the hard hat. Like, why is everybody? Okay, here we go. GP, I'll throw it back to you. Why is everybody wearing hard hats? What does the hard hats represent?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So the hard hat guy eating cereal on the train. All the excruciatingly long scenes with the Chandler guy. I mean, if you take a drink every time the guy says Chandler X-Pause, you will fucking die. You know what I mean? You will not survive this movie. And we still don't know what it was. What is Chandler Exports? What's happening here? There's boxes of stuff, and then he takes off a box, and cereal falls out of the box. Like, wait, it's cereal, but then he's mad that they're shipping cereal. What the fuck is happening here, movie? What are you trying to tell us? And why are you wasting? Well, actually, I know why I'm wasting your time, but why are you wasting my time with this movie? Then there's 2 moments in the movie that decide to let's take a pause, let's take a break. There's too much movie going on. Let's give the audience a break. Let's watch an infomercial where this Indian guy gives us this giant like paid advertisement about this empty box with a phone. And it's like, oh, look at this. It goes in circles. And then you can go like this, and you can buy it. And it goes like this. It's very good. Thumbs up, get it. And then it goes like this over here. And then you can call. Oh, yeah, very good phone call. And then it goes like this. And then literally like 20 minutes, this guy talking about an empty box. What is that? How could they shoot that with a straight face?
For a second, I thought it was one of those Tubi ads. I'm like, no, it's part of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's like it feels like some weird infomercial, and that guy never shows up again. And he's just selling you this empty box, which plays into another excruciatingly long scene where the Chandlerdale guy is playing with it. He goes, okay, 3/4 to the left. Excellent. 3/4 to the right. Excellent. For fucking like another 20 minutes. And then let's talk about the animated sequence. There's a black and white animated sequence where I'm just gonna bring her up on screen, but I'll pause it. This lady is animated, and everything she says is in English, but none of it makes any sense. It's about business or something, but all of it is just gibberish. And honestly, you have to be kind of smart to pull off gibberish. So to make it sound like anything real, like if you've seen any of those like sci-fi channel movies and they're talking science crap, that's all gibberish. And sometimes it sounds like shit, and sometimes you're like, oh shit, that sounds interesting. This sounded, I'm not gonna say interesting, but unique enough that it felt like there was thought put into it, that it wasn't just a random selection of words. Or back to BC's theory, it was a computer linking English words together, in the hopes that it would sound like it was trying to contrive a message. But couple that scene with the Indian guy in the box, the animated sequence, and coupled with every other fucking scene in this movie, and you have the absolutely most atrocious thing I've ever seen, and it was very hard to watch, very hard to sit through. But I didn't regret a moment of it because I knew you guys had to watch it too, so that made me happy, and I was giggling through this whole thing. It was great, joyful experience. I had such a good time. But okay, production-wise, I can't even imagine what kind of directing you would give these actors. Like, what do you tell them? Obviously, at least it feels like they know what they're talking about. When the guy's yelling protection, it seems like he understands what the protection means. The Chandlerdale guy, it seems like he knows what his business is. It doesn't feel like they're just reading lines. Not that they're amazing actors, but there seemed to be a life to it, which I was surprised, even though it was all garbage. So I was very surprised by that. But overall, the dialogue is so bizarre and awkward and so unconnected. It's almost like everybody's in a different dimension in this movie. Nobody exists in the same timeline or realm, but they can see each other, and they're trying to connect with each other, but they don't speak the same language. So again, maybe it was an AI or an alien thing trying to build a movie between dimensional landscapes. Regardless, it's a shit piece of shit, and
that's on the box.
Shit piece of shit.
And I hated it so much. And I we'll put it to a vote, but I think right now, and we'll have a running total, but I think this is the bottom of the barrel. At least for me, I don't think so far we've had anything worse.
I think the other movie was 10 times worse.
Really?
10 times worse.
Yeah. No. Spaceships.
No, like 10 times worse.
I'm not sure you watched the same movie.
No, I was angry. I mean, like, I
was
was like physically angry. I had to get up and walk around for a while when I was done with the Megalodon versus Space Hornball there. But this one, because I understood, like, I felt like they were going for something. I entertained the idea, like, okay, I'll give you the time to convince me. You did a really shitty job of it, but man, that other one, I was so angry. I hated that one a lot more than this.
Master Chaos, I think thanks to OGP, you're not gonna have a 0 clean sweep.
Oh,
No,
man.
this does not get a 0 from me. No.
That's what I said. Yeah.
5.
Well, let's get into it. We'll go with BC. BC, what would you rate this?
0. I don't even have to think twice about it. 0.
0. Our quick question for Blake. What are you drinking, Blake?
Oh, Bullet.
Oh,
Bullet
there you
bourbon.
go. There you go.
Nice.
I thought it was gonna be like some Twilight drink, like pink lemonade or something.
Bullet bourbon. I'm always drinking Bullet bourbon.
Nice. All right. Tony of the Dead.
Well, before we move on to what I vote or my barrels, if you want to watch some funny Twilight stuff on TikTok or YouTube and that, watch Brody Wellmaker. He because of how Bella is and how Kristen Stewart's like a terrible actress in them, but it's funny. He does her mannerisms and stuff that it actually got the attention of Ashley Greene and them, that he actually did things with them in skits.
Oh, wow.
So it's funny as hell, this stuff. They call her Vampire Girl and stuff like that. It's funny. Check him out. It's really good. But after listening to OGP, it did give, and this is serious, it did give me a different look on it, which is interesting. I wish that's what they were going with. But I'm gonna give it half a barrel. It was originally a 0. I'll give it half.
Sorry, MC.
Damn it!
Oh man.
One day, I promise you, I make this. I swear, my children's lives, I will find the perfect 0.
The perfect 0. Yeah, but and I did want to say, and I did want to interrupt you while you were talking, MC, but to me, the infomercials represented the people in his life that were trying to help him get off the alcohol wagon. That's what I thought the infomercials were. But again, this was every second of this movie was poorly executed, but I felt like I saw through the curtain there.
Did you watch it while you were in Vegas?
No. I completely. No. And here's the thing. In Vegas I had no time. It was such a boom schedule. But my buddy hit me up yesterday and he's like, "Hey, want to come over to my house and drink whiskey?" And I was like, "Well, I got to watch these 2 really shitty movies." And he's like, "Oh, what are they about?" And I told him. He's like, "Oh, have fun." So I couldn't even get. I was like, I couldn't even get my, a person to watch with over whiskey. So nope, completely sober right here. But because, like we talked about with the Megalodon disaster, we don't know what the fuck the point was to even creating that. I feel like the director was trying to do something. He had an idea of what he wanted to do, and so because of that, I give this a 1. It's still not a good movie. But I give it a 1. The points for effort.
OGP, you should have put this movie on in Stu's room, and when you left the room, you should have put this movie on. You would have saw that fucking TV fly.
It's like a tornado went off in there. Everything is torn down. Like
it would smash the rest of the window.
Yeah.
Or the mirror. It would smash the rest of the window.
Oh man.
All right, so we've got a 0 from BC, a half from Tony, 1 from OGP. Let me do Mel's before I forget. This is what she writes: 0 barrels. What the hell? What the hell did I just watch? Seriously, I watched the whole movie and I have no idea what it was about. Why were they smuggling cereal? I did.
That's the question.
Yeah, I did appreciate how eerie the movie was. The tone was very odd, unsettling, really, which kept me watching. I kind of wanted to give it 1 star for that, and then remembered the hour of my life I will never get back. It's a fuck you, 0 barrels.
That's a Cisco review. That's a Cisco new review they had.
Yeah, exactly. She says, hot trash. The rest of it was, and I had to watch part of it twice. Ugh. Oh, there you go.
It's like that Billy Madison. Everyone in this room now is now dumber, thanks to you.
Thanks to you.
Yeah.
I award you no points.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I love that. Freaking, I died laughing when that clown Captain Life. I had a hemorrhage in my fucking great.
Oh God, yeah.
All right. Speaking of hemorrhages, Blake, how many barrels?
0 fucking barrels. This movie made me question my like comprehension skills because I was like, what the fuck? And why is the door a foot above the floor? Why is it that high off the ground? Shit like that just irked the shit out of me because I was already frustrated with the whole movie. But 0 stars, easiest 0 ever, because there is no movie worse than this fucking thing. Awful.
Don't tempt him.
0.
Go on. All right, 5 stars.
I'm going to see if we can get the director on the next episode. Maybe we can get his explanation. Would anybody entertain that?
Him and BC-14, both of them.
I'm going to message him.
Sure.
Or maybe we'll do a separate episode about it. But it has to be on MC's channel because he's the one that subjected us to this.
Yeah. I mean, there's you know what? I mean, I haven't really said
and then
this out loud.
then you see the director is actually like a robot, like follows down.
Yeah.
You see like a metallic, you know.
He's a MacBook.
Yeah, he's a MacBook. Yeah.
You know, I haven't said this out loud, but there's a reason I haven't really brought on any more label people, like from Vinegar Syndrome or Severin, because I feel like, you know, I'm not a fan of most of their work, and I'm negative about most of their stuff. So if I brought them on, I'd feel like compelled to say, oh, but it might be okay. So I decided to just avoid that.
No, you know, and that's I get that, and that's why there are some movies that I think I can't suggest to put in the list because you know the possibility you might want to not hurt someone's feelings. These people we don't know, fuck them, you know.
Exactly.
There's no way to pretend that this movie was good. No way.
Yeah. No. Absolutely not. However, I am trying to get the director of Birdemic on to chat about his movies. But I honestly kind of do like those movies. They're really bad, but there's something about them that I really enjoy. And I've seen Birdemic 5 times. So do with that information what you will. TC, how many barrels? 800?
What do you think?
I'm gonna go 1. You can give me a
2.
1.
It's a 2.
No.
It's a 2.
No. You said no on the negatives, right? No negatives?
I mean, you could if you want to, but it'll still count as a 0. But
yeah, 0.
0. Okay. Yeah. Would you say this is the worst thing you've seen in a long time?
Yes, I would. And you showed me some bad stuff too, and yeah, I would.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Someone's beating down.
0 for me as well. 100% is a blazing hot 0. A nonsense movie. Look, it's hard enough to make a movie. Don't make a movie where you're literally throwing away every moment of it. And maybe you had a message behind it, but you have to understand that there's an audience that has to watch these things. Give them a reason to watch it. Give them a movie. Don't give them random things and expect them to make sense of it. You're not, David Lynch.
Exactly, you're not David Lynch.
Yeah, you're not David, and even David Lynch has struggles. There's people who hate David Lynch.
Bullshit.
You know, and David Lynch also finds a way to have compelling characters and even some semblance of a plot. You cannot just throw nonsense at the wall and expect people to accept it for what it is. You have to understand, if you made a piece of shit, it will remain a piece of shit, and there's no way to shine it up. 0. Awful.
Shit, right?
Can we Mel's, I don't think she's in the chat. She might have fallen asleep because she's sick. But
this background is for Mel, by the way.
The background's for her. Yeah, that'll make her feel better.
There's on Letterboxd, there's a guy he's reviewed over 1,900 movies.
Yeah, Master Cass.
Same guy has also given The Korean from Seoul 4.5 stars.
Oh yeah, he's trustworthy.
On Letterboxd.
He just invalidated every review he's ever given.
Yeah.
just delete everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason this has a half a star on my Letterboxd is because that's the least I can give.
The lowest?
Yeah, it's the lowest.
Yeah,
hey, Mel's here.
His headline is one of the very few examples of intentional so bad it's good actually turning out good. That's his headline.
Oh my god.
I can't go there. I'm not willing to go there, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I definitely have a different outlook on the movie than I think, everybody else, with maybe a slight, maybe not even exception of Tony, but Tony being kind of intrigued or whatever by my thoughts. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say this. Don't hate me, but I didn't hate this movie. It was bad, but I didn't hate it.
Interesting. Now I'm really scared for what you're gonna pick because Jesus. Razor. Also, to be fair, my Ganja Stories Rex review is my only fake one. That's obviously a 0-star movie, but I gave it 5 stars because I did it live during the watch along. Obviously, it's a shit ass movie. So there. Anyway, since Mel is here, Mel, you can chime in. Can we take a vote just so we have a baseline? Can we? Does everyone agree that Korean from Seoul is the bottom of the barrel at the moment?
For me, it is.
Yeah.
We'll go in order, so it's not TC. TC.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Blake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. OGP.
No. And I think, in fairness, just to sidetrack, in fairness, what we need to do at the end is tally up all of our scores, and I'll go back and watch all the old videos and see what everybody rated everything, and that way we have a true. But with that being said, you are clearly in the lead at this point.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, since you wouldn't give it the bottom, then
yeah, I would say no, it's not the bottom yet.
All right, then no point going forward. Then the bottom still remains to be explored. So let's see who is the next captain of the ship.
Uh-oh.
We're all losing this one.
You'd have to hit ludicrous. You'd have to hit ludicrous speed to reach you.
I can't wait to see what BC picks, because BC likes some movies that have been so bad to the rest of us. So it's going to be very interesting to see what BC picks. I'm almost hoping I'm last, but we'll see what happens.
I will say BC told me one of his picks are, and it's a movie that we've actually seen multiple times. It's an art house movie, but I think I'm not going to say what it is. And
don't give too much away. Don't give too much away.
You know what? I'll save it to see whoever wins. If you win, you can talk about it. By the way, this will decide who goes for the next 2 rounds, the final rounds in season 1, round 1, whatever we're calling it. I guess season 1. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed.
For what?
It doesn't matter.
The wheel breaks. The wheel breaks.
OGP.
Well, it's a process of elimination.
Oh, I love how that format changed from the last one. But no, I'm good. I'm good going. No. Well, your spin earlier was whichever one it landed on.
What? No. But that was But in terms of this, I mean, I can spin it again if you guys want.
No. I'm good being last.
Okay. All right, OGP will go last. BC's first.
Boy.
BC, I'm gonna look up the poster for one of the movies. Do you want to tell us what you have on tap for us?
All right, I'll say this. One of the movies is
There goes that ghost again. There goes that ghost.
No, that's my cat. You see him there?
Yeah, I see him.
Pussycat.
PC.
My one of my movies is a Polonia Brothers movie. I've never seen it. But I heard it's one of those so bad it's good movies.
Dude, you better not be picking one of my movies.
On IMDb, it's called Bad Magic, and it's on Tubi.
Okay.
I haven't seen that.
So you can
PA represent.
You can go type in like on Letterboxd reviews, or you can like search like Polonia Brothers or whatever. Find like a certain director, and you can set their movies up to rate how bad they get. And so the Polonia Brothers, man, they have some doozies up there, man. And I don't know, I was going somewhere else with that, but my apologies. But BC, you got me. You got me when you said Polonia Brothers. Damn it, that's gonna be a tough act to follow here.
Okay,
how
so
many of you have heard of a movie called Begotten?
wait. Hold on. Let
my
me
God.
let me throw up the poster
Bad
for Bad Magic. That's
Okay.
Bad Magic. We can watch it off of Tubi. This
I
is
never heard
actually
of that one.
on my watch list.
Yeah.
All right,
Look at that artwork. It's got to be newer, and the newer Polonia brothers are the worst. So damn it.
They are the worst, yeah.
They're all the worst, honestly. But,
what did you say,
Ah.
Master Chaos, in your one review? You said something about Polonia Brothers recently. It made me fucking laugh so hard.
I don't know.
I have to look that up. That was funny.
Oh,
Poor
thank you.
Polonia.
Whatever it was. All right. What's the other one, BC?
Yeah.
Begotten.
Oh my gosh.
Begotten.
How many of
my
you have
God.
heard of Begotten besides
Never heard of
besides MC and TC?
I haven't heard of it.
Good for you.
How about you, Blake, OGP?
Never heard of it.
Then you're in for a treat. It's
No, you're nuts.
it's a black and white film. A black and white film with no dialogue.
Oh.
And
What was?
it's like if you want, well, it's
What are you gonna compare it to?
grainy quality. So it's on YouTube. I saw it because I saw a bootleg of it, and you think you can pull up the trailer for it, MC?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Working on
And
it.
it's an art house horror film.
It is an art house horror film. So yeah. But in a way, speaking of how OGP was like going bananas for the Korean from Seoul. This
He's gonna find
movie,
something in this.
No, but this movie really is metaphorical, and there are things in it that it's. You can almost say, I'm not gonna go as far as say it's a beautiful movie, but it's an interesting film. It's definitely the most high class movie we've gotten on here.
Well, it's a
Very
67
Very
on
kind.
it's a 67 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a decent score.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like it. I have the bootleg of it because it's out of print. Actually, I think Amazon sells a DVD of it for like $45.
Oh, that's what?
Get on that, Tony.
What's that?
I'll
Get
play-
on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play the trailer here. So BC, you saw it. You saw this as a bootleg, but did you know what the movie was before you bought it? I forget.
No, I didn't. I just thought it sounded cool.
And then you saw it, and you're like, oh man. No, but I know you love this movie, and it's only available on YouTube to watch.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
Here you go. Video store says Begotten is a great film. Look at that.
Ah, there you go. See, I liked it.
Are you sure?
I love Begotten.
Are you sure you
BC, I think you missed the assignment here. You're not supposed to pick something you like. That wasn't when the goal was to torture us all.
Well, when you watch it, then you get back to me.
Okay.
BC, bring the pain.
Can I get back to you right now? Oh,
is that a person rolling in the sand at the beach or something right there?
So the whole movie, and I may have the term incorrectly, but it's shot in negative reversal film, so it all looks like this. And sometimes you can't even tell what the fuck is happening.
Sometimes.
So.
What the fuck?
I thought I'd never have to see this again. Jesus Christ.
Makes me want to download it, throw it on a timeline, and reverse the footage. Or
TC, technically you don't have to. You're spared since you're.
No, I'll watch it. I'll watch it again. I'll be fair.
All right. But since you're not on the panel, you will have to be called in as a guest. So BC, do you wanna tag in TC or do we want to bring in LD?
I'll do whatever you want. It's fine. I'll still watch it.
I don't know. Either one is fine with me.
You think about it. We can decide later. But because you're not officially on the panel, TC, you're spared. You don't really have to watch this.
No, I'll watch it.
My Killer Podcast says no.
Okay, sub her too now.
Sorry. You're going to have to suffer, and you can't pull up being sick again.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're vomiting all over the place.
Well, it's only an hour and 18 minutes, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, sure.
You're talking way before you see this. You shouldn't say
Hey, I've enjoyed like some of the old silent films, you know, and the old school horrors.
Also,
and stuff.
maybe you might like
You
it.
might like it.
Yeah.
I just thought that I like it.
Yeah, we used to do like a family movie night, and we would subject my kids to watching like films from the 20s and 30s and 40s.
Wow.
Where's is Bad Magic? Is that on Tubi or is that on YouTube?
On Tubi.
That's on
Are
Tubi.
either one of these on YouTube so we can watch them in double speed?
Look at that quote.
Yeah, this one is on.
This is on YouTube.
YouTube.
This
Is
on
this the
YouTube,
trailer or
yeah.
the whole movie? What is this?
It's a trailer, but this is basically the whole.
And this is $45. It's a steal.
Yeah.
Awake.
The slipcover of this is toilet paper.
Oh man, nobody will get
It's
to
eerie.
Begun without being marked. Did you hear me? No one.
Can we get that 4K Kino release here now?
Holy shit. Begun.
Now I think OGP is gonna like this. Oh man,
You might.
I'll tell
Well,
you
you know
what,
what?
it looks better than the last two.
Well, it has to be better than a Polonia Brothers movie. You know, it has to. So
I
I
like the
guarantee you,
Polonia Brothers
Polonia is worse.
Vincent Afal says Begun doesn't fit the criteria at all. It's a great movie. Yeah, I mean, I that's, I mean, it's true because you like Begotten and you don't consider it a bad movie.
Yeah, but I know most people don't like it, so that's why I picked it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't give this movie anything lower than I'm gonna guess you're gonna go with a 4.
Probably a 3 or a 4. Yeah.
Yeah, but with
You
you know
gotta pick
with
something bad.
Rotten Tomatoes getting a 67, that's, I mean, that is like a wide majority of people actually liking it, you know.
Gizmo brings up a bit of knowledge. This is the director who did Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe. Great movie. Yes, it's very, very symbolic. Absolutely. You know,
most people like it.
Yeah, most
too
people
much
are really.
positivity.
I still don't want to stick with this one. I want to see people's impressions of this.
You know, the
Begun
feeling,
is Nicolas Cage's favorite movie.
There hasn't been
Holy
anything
shit.
negative said here.
the ending this episode here, the feeling in my gut is a lot better than it was a couple weeks ago. So, you know,
Oh my god.
I'm just feeling like, okay, we can get through these movies. We can do this. It'll be a lot easier than what MC subjected us to.
That's good. A good choices, BC. I think I will retain the crown. And it looks like
Yeah.
OGP. The final episode will be on your channel.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're also going to do the award ceremony then as well.
Okay.
Do you want to tell us what yours are since you're going to be next, or do you want to wait till BC goes?
Well, now that I'm feeling like, okay, Polonia is going to be bad, but it's not going to be Sharks of the Corn. Well, it might be Sharks of the Corn bad, but but I don't know that it's going to be worse than the way you all feel about this. The Korean. I don't think the Polonia Brothers is going to rate worse than the Korean with you guys. So, you know, I did have a couple questions, and maybe I'll throw out a couple teaser ideas because before I picked, I wanted to ask you all. Maybe I should not, but I didn't want to spoil this off air here. Have any of you seen? Because I've got a few. I'm trying to whittle down.
Okay. Do you want to wait till we're off air?
No. I kind of wanted this to go like you know public. Have any of you seen Death Toilet?
No.
Not yet. I have it in the other room.
Okay, that's one of them. Okay, have any of you seen? And this is we're kind of walking a Polonia line here. Have any of you seen Alice in Murderland?
No.
No.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
awesome,
So that's
though.
another. Okay. So I will give you this. I will give you this one for sure that I am going to make you watch. And I'll tell you this. This is a movie that I tried watching a while back and I turned off. I could not get through it, but I'm going to make myself finish it. One that we are going to have to watch is Terror at Bloodfart Lake.
And I love Chris Seaver movies.
Don't watch it with the kids.
No.
Oh man.
Don't watch any Chris Seaver movies with
One
kids.
will be Terror at Bloodfart Lake. I could not get through it. It I believe falls under that SRS logo. So enjoy that. But no, the others I think maybe I'll hold off because I want to make sure that these movies are semi-fresh in your mind as we go into the final episode.
And by the way, I picked Begotten because I think it's a really great movie, but the thing is, not a lot of sane people think that, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't fall into that category at all. So
Blake picked a movie that he liked, right? The Convent, and I like Begotten.
Okay, so fair enough. Yeah.
Fair game. That's fair game. That's true.
So, I mean,
everybody's talking it up right now. I could watch it and be like, what the fuck are they talking about? This sucks.
Yeah, it's
You never know.
It's a movie that you won't like the trailer said, you won't get through it without being marked. Yeah. And I've seen it at least 3 times. I made Master Chaos watch it when I had the bootleg of it that I bought at a convention.
Nice.
And we watched it, and he was like, yeah. So who knows? OGP, maybe you're gonna win that trophy after all.
No, I don't know. I kind of feel like MC has a very commanding lead at this point. Because of how much you all hated the Korean there. Yeah. No, and I'm glad nobody picked and I think maybe it should have been off limits, but Tony's current background there. You know, I kind of I'm anticipating because I really enjoy that movie. It definitely has its flaws, but that one is going to be fun. But Terror at Bloodfart Lake, enjoy. Good luck with that.
Yeah, and where's that going to be on Tubi?
Yeah, it's on Tubi. Yeah.
Oh boy! All right, well there you go. You got sneak peeks at the next 2 episodes. So next episode will be back here on my channel because BC doesn't have a channel, so I will be hosting it for him, but he'll run the roundtable. That's it. We did it. We survived volume 4, man.
It hurt. We survived, but it hurt. But if it doesn't kill you. It only makes you stronger, right?
Absolutely. Mel says we need to do a group watch of Burial. We could do that. We could just watch our own copies and do like a live stream of us watching it, I guess.
I think Burial is great. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's something.
It's something. It's not on YouTube, is it?
No,
we all own it, don't we?
I don't think so.
I have it.
Yeah, we all have it now. Yeah.
I have to figure out. I don't have a player in my room here. I'd have to figure it out. I just pretend to watch it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. John, yes, I did see Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell. It was I was actually really charmed by it. I thought it did a really good job with that one.
I have a review going up for that this week actually. So
nice. Stay tuned. Let's see. Anybody else want to chime in with what they're doing on their channels? Anything interesting coming up?
I got one box in from Spirit, so I'll be doing an unboxing for that.
Cool.
Did you get the new Funko for the Killer Clowns from
You
Spirit?
have to watch the video, sir, and find out.
FYI, Burial Ground Nights of Terror is on YouTube for free.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, I mean,
it's a totally different kind of zombie movie. If you're used to the whole slow walking and non-intelligent kind, this is definitely different.
Yeah. But you know, here's my thing: is we got set into like back when zombie movies first started coming out, they decided zombies have to be this. Why can't we explore that zombies have, kind of like, what was it? Is it Dawn of the Dead or whatever? When the one zombie's like kind of like starting to be able to think and stuff a little bit. The big black dude.
That's
Day of the Dead. Yeah,
that's Land of the Dead.
That's Land of the Dead.
One. Okay, but anyways, they start to form thoughts and stuff. So why do we have to, put them in this one corner? Why can't zombies be a little different at times? And so that's kind of why I'm okay with some of what goes on in Burial Ground.
Same argument could be said with why can't a vampire sparkle.
I'm
I'm not saying. I'm not saying in any way. It's like people get pissed off that zombies run. Well, I think it's more terrifying.
No, and here's the thing. I understand the Twilight movies. I understand the target audience. I understand why people like them. Even
I think they missed it with that.
Even but I get it. But
You guys
it's
are
just
gonna push me to pick that for my next barrel fucking movie.
Oh man!
Oh, don't do that to me. I have pride in the fact that I can honestly tell you I have never seen a Twilight movie. And I want to take that. I want to take that to the grave.
Oh.
Well, it looks like you're dying soon because Blake's.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, damn it.
Oh man, I've only seen the first one, and I turn to my wife and I say, "Done." And I've never seen it.
Yeah, right.
We got to pick like one that's like later on in the franchise, so you won't know what's going on unless you watch all of them.
I want
Fantastic.
There's a couple honorable mention movies they're so bad that they're good that I will not be picking, but to throw out a couple titles people might have fun with, and I think I've mentioned these both before at one point or another on various different live streams and stuff. But if you're looking for a good time, has anybody seen Zombievers?
Yeah.
I've heard of
Such
it,
a good movie, such a fun, and Bill Burr in there killed me. I couldn't believe when I saw Bill Burr. But what about Der Samurai?
I've heard of it.
You are in for a treat. I've been trying to get Fat Samurai Guy to watch Der Samurai because he's a samurai guy forever. It is there's a little penis in the movie. You gotta deal with the little penis, but excellent, like crazy German
I don't like
samurai
fat
movie.
dicks in my movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like the big cocks.
Yeah, it's I'll let you determine what's big and what's not. I'll let you determine that. But anyways, I just wanted to. Those were two that like crossed my mind when I started thinking of bad movies. But I was like, no, I enjoyed those too much. So I don't want to. I want to make sure that I'm gunning for the gold here.
Well,
Absolutely.
next season's gonna be bad.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt because now we've all been we understand the assignment now. We all get it.
Mm-hmm.
So
and we'll talk off air, but I think we should come up with a theme so it's not just random. Like it's either we all pick a director and it's two movies from a certain director. I know we're all gonna rush to do the next two films from the director from the Korean from Seoul, but.
But that's his only. Sorry, that's it. He has one other YouTube video.
More. He just released two more just for you.
Just now. As we're talking about.
But Mel has the opportunity. Well, or anybody, but that oh shit! What was that? The movie she picked? It hurt so bad my brain won't even remember it right now.
Sharks of the Corn?
Not the other one. Not Sharks of the Corn.
Oh yeah, I always forget that one.
But the sequel did just come out. The sequel is
Curse of Humpty Dumpty.
Curse of Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
That was Tony's.
That's the one I picked.
Oh, was that Tony's?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault.
Oh, that sequel just came out. Oh boy.
What was the other one Mel picked? I don't even remember.
Right, me neither.
Sharks of the Corn. They're that bad. We black them out in our minds.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have to go back sometime between now and
Dark
the fight.
Tower. Wasn't it Dark Tower?
Dark Tower.
Oh yeah, Dark Tower. Yeah,
That's
you know
right.
what?
That's why we don't remember. Yep.
That's why you don't remember.
You know what? Mel and I kind of like Dark Tower. I think we both gave it at least like a 2, right?
Something like that.
I think you guys loved it. I'm like, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, all that the shooting, the violence, the mass shooting.
Yeah, so much action in that one. All right, let's call it a day. When it comes to episode 5, we will announce the day and time down the line. Unless you guys want to pick a date real quick. I know
only if Mel's still here. But
I'm not sure if she's here. Maybe you know what? We'll wait till we can talk with Mel and figure out what date works for her.
Yeah.
In that case, let's call it a day. TC, I want to thank you for joining the panel today. I hope you
Thank you.
Hope you had fun.
Yeah. No, it's always.
It was a blast. Yeah.
Okay. I like Kubrick says, is Sharks of the Corn based off of Children of the Corn? I'm not sure if that's a serious question or not.
It's practically scene for scene.
It's scene for scene, almost the exact same movie.
Yep.
All right. Blake, thanks so much. for being here, and my apologies to you for these movies.
You broke them.
OGB, thanks, my man. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you could find something to like in these movies.
Yeah, no, well, not the first one. Ooh, that sharks. Ooh. I've got beef with you on that sharks movie. That was the challenge has been accepted with that one right there. But no, the Korean from Seoul, yeah. But I've got some interesting stuff coming up on the live streams, so I'll talk to you about that and see when we can get you on, because there's some fun stuff. And I do want to talk to you, MC, about we need to coordinate. We need to get together and figure out a time when we can go do some ghost hunting.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. Tony, thanks so much, man.
Are you in MC's neck of the woods?
Remotely,
Barely.
not yet. Yeah, no, I'm out that way all the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So when BC comes out to visit, we can have a 3-way movie hangout.
100%. No, that would be. Hey, no,
you finished that sentence.
The wet movie was telling me that you guys did like a movie night or something, and I was like, damn, I'm jealous. Like, where the fuck was my invite? Thanks, guys.
It was literally last minute.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Actually,
But...
we'll talk off air, but I've got Amityville Karen. So if you want to join us for a screening of that, let's make it happen, man.
You know what? Yeah, I'm down. No, I'm down. But
all right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk off air. Just, yeah. Tony, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you using your green screen.
Just this one though.
Just this one, yes.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Ooh, look at them peepers. Creepers.
BC. I agree. I think I did go too far, but thank you for. Oh, look at that shit. That's amazing. BC, thank you for holding it down and surviving the movies, my friend.
All right. I picked Begotten because, I mean, not a lot of people like it. I mean, I think it's the only way I can get people to watch that movie.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
True.
But, and that's, everybody has different opinions on movies. Like, I'll be the one guy here that is proud. Well, maybe not proud, but will admit that I like Morbius, so that'll be my counter to you guys liking Twilight. But,
okay.
But, I never finished Morbius.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Kubrick, you've heard of Begotten, but you haven't seen it yet? I think it's great.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Kubrick fan, by the way. I love pretty much all of his movies. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kubrick never made the Korean from Seoul, so how good could he be, right, guys?
Yeah. Right. No, well, Kubrick's my favorite director, hence the Shining video palette that I've got in the background. Did I mention if you use my discount code at videopalette.com, you can save 50%.
Oh, yeah. I still haven't released my video on that. It's actually coming up tomorrow.
Which one did you, or is it a surprise which one you picked?
I did The Matrix because it's I was gonna go with like a movie I like. I mean, I like The Matrix, but I was gonna go with a movie I genuinely love, but the color palette sucked.
Yeah.
So I went with a colorful one, and
yeah.
Well, they're not gonna watch this. I'm not a fan of those color palettes.
No, well, that's and I kid with promoting it right now, but and they understand. After I emailed them back and told them what I was going to do, they're like, "Oh, that'd be amazing," because I'm like, "All right, okay," but nobody's going to buy these, But I've heard there's an audience. I've heard there is, like MC said, nobody's going to see this. They're not going to see this. Mark, hi, Mark. You're not going to see this.
It's not a comedy, Kubrick.
You must
have
be
to
kidding,
go.
Aren't you?
Who did that one? Oh, you have to go to Mel's channel, My Killer Podcast, to see when we talked about that one. Are we going back to Wednesdays? Most likely. That seems to be we shifted only because I wanted to bring TC on board and he works. But most likely we're shifting to Wednesdays. That seems to work out for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Begotten is going to get at least 3 barrels across the board. Wow. We'll see what it is.
Keep talking it up. Keep talking it up.
You keep talking good about Begotten, but you have to admit, Vincent, that it's not a mainstream movie at all. It's black and white, no dialogue, the entire movie, and it's. I know just as many people love it, and many people hate it.
Yeah, but
I think it's great. I think it's great. I don't know if you guys like it, then thank me. But look, it wasn't a good. I just thought that I need more people to see this movie, sort of like what Blake did with The Convent. I wanted more people to see this movie because I'll
always pick a movie I like and a movie I think I'll like, or at least fits this.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's brilliant because the first time I saw it, I didn't understand it, but I've seen it a lot of times. Yeah, it's a cool movie. It's on YouTube, so hopefully for the next stream, all you guys will watch it.
Double speed, here we come.
I'm with you, bro.
There's no dialogue. It's just pictures.
Watch it on YouTube and that way throw in your comments, and so yeah. It'll be. I think next episode will be fun.
I'm with MC on my choice of movies where you two guys are kind of like not completely vicious with your selections. I'm more with MC where I want to ruin your day, and to prove that I've even picked a movie that I could not get through the first time.
Wow,
I couldn't get through it, and so enjoy Terror at Bloodfart Lake.
Okay, and I want you to be ready for my symbolism review of Terror at Bloodfart Lake.
Hey man, hey,
I think the blood fart was about the repression of the white collar society.
Have you ever seen symbolism in a Ron Bonk movie?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna find it, baby. All right, let's call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, episode 4. Holy shit. 4 of 1,000. I think we've all agreed for at least 1,000 episodes.
I'm down.
It's so fun. Why would we stop? You know?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Wait, I triggered that too early.
You fucked up. You fucked
Sometimes-
up. You fucked up.
Sometimes that
supposed to
happens.
protect me.
Tony, could we hear something in the
Itchy trigger finger.
Sasquatch voice before we go?
All right, one
What-
more Sasquatch voice.
Yeah,
What do you
one
want
more.
me to say?
So see you next
What,
time.
See you on the next show, motherfuckers.
You gotta get a gorilla mask and wear that and talk like that
Perfect.
next time.
And I'll just say this. I may not have gotten a perfect 0 today. I'll be back.
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?